Hello, hello, hello! Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to Expedition Night here on the Basement Show with Mr. Nest. It is me, Mr. Nest, again, your host for this evening. Hope everyone had a good Thursday. Hello, sir. There's Mr. Grimm in chat already. Bright and early as usual. Pleasure to see you, sir. But how was everyone's day today? We'll wait a couple of seconds, see if anybody else wants to join in on the fun. We didn't really have anything planned for tonight, but the show must go on, and we're going to hang out and see what we can dive into. If you watched the promotional video this morning, I did try to get people with a little jump scare towards the end of it. I thought it came out really cool. Because when you do shows like this, you never know what to expect. You don't know where we're going to wind up. And we are what? Let's see, today's the 19th, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have about 5 weeks to Halloween, and the show Halloween Night will be in a cemetery, which could be a lot of fun, could be interesting to say the least, but we shall see how that plays out. I am actually super excited for that. And if all goes according to plan, the following night, Friday night, we will be doing the Rev Grimm show from a mausoleum, which, again, could be really cool, could be really spooky, if you want to say. I mean, that's what we do here. Congratulations to Dorothy. Fuck him. I'm just kidding. I was over there as well. I mean, that is awesome to see someone who has helped the Basement Show reach his goals. We're next. I will say that hopefully we can get some type of affiliation and stuff here at the Basement Show, because that is pretty awesome. I mean, he's worked his ass off for it. He does a wonderful job on his end of it. What Grimm is referring to on Facebook is Darth Nexus 5, or Darth Nexus, I should say. He's over on Twitch. We had him here on the Basement Show. He was a guest on a former show called Video Game Mania a couple times. Me and him did a segment called Turnbuckle Thursdays back when we had a wrestling show. So now he's doing his own thing over on Twitch, and he's kicking ass and taking names. I mean, he just announced tonight he got affiliated with W Energy Drinks, which is amazing. So congrats to Doris. If he goes back and watches this, he can see my congratulations. I mean, he deserves it. But like I said, the Basement Show is next. So if there's any small companies out there looking for streamers to help promote their brand, I'm sure me and the rest of the Basement Show would be more than happy to help. I mean, so yeah, that's that. I mean, it's not much really more you can say about that. But yeah, congratulations to Joyce. He definitely deserves it. But body armor, but that is true. That is Grimm's the drink of choice for Sir Grimm. He loves his body armor. So now we just gotta get in touch with him, sir, and see what we can pull out of our ass. I mean, it would be cool to get a sponsor like that. Boost is another one. Hi, Miss Grimm. That Boost would be cool. Body armor, that would be also another cool one. I mean, I'm sure there's companies out there that are looking to expand. I mean, companies like a Boost, they've been around for many years, so I mean, that one might be a little bit of a challenge. But a body armor, I know they were affiliated with Coke. So again, I guess a big corporation, but we don't know until we try. I mean, and you got to keep trying until you succeed. I mean, as they always say, Wayne Gretzky, he's a hockey player. You miss 1,000 shots you don't take. So I mean, let's get the ball rolling. See what we can do here at the Basement Show. See who we can reach out to. See who we can contact. And it can't hurt. I mean, I'd represent both of them. They are both really good companies. I mean, I grew up on Boost, for crying out loud. Everyone who knows my childhood knows I came from Riverside. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, definitely be interesting. Did anyone leave my chat that quick? Damn. I'm down to one person already. Oh well. But for those who do come in the show, welcome in. I was hoping to have a guest tonight, but I guess she fell asleep, but that's okay. Let's see what we can find on the World Wide Web. Let's see. Pull that over. Craziest. See if I can find an updated list tonight. Let's see. Do we want to tell some creepy stories tonight? How do we want to do this? Let's see. I already did that one. That one's old. Let's see what this one says. Probably a lot of sites got all the damn ads, but that's okay. So we got one on Twitch. So if you're on Twitch, say hello. I actually want to see if the chat is working on Twitch. So can you please say hello? Let me know you're here. I don't know if it's Mama D just looking or what, but if you're on Twitch, please say hello. Yep, I'm D here. What's the eyeballs? Hi, Mama D. So Grim, if you're still in chat, Twitch is working on our comments, so we are good. Hi. I can hear you say that from you. Hi. How was your day, Mama D? Good? Busy day at work? So what I just found was 23 nightmare include inducing, I don't know, yes, but yeah, pretty good, bro. Kenny's home. Awesome. And Grim says, I don't know. I think it's just something with Grim's program. Not Grim's program, sorry. With Doss program, because like I said, over on his side of it, they're using Stream OBS, and it's a lot more moving pieces that if you click on one wrong thing, that you can screw up your whole entire show. I mean, it sucks. It's a lot of system resetting. That's why I'm happy with the site we do currently use, because it filters all the different comments in and stuff like that for you, and you don't have to change any settings, which is nice. So the only problem we've had lately is our videos not saving, which is something I have reached out for 3 days in a row. Last night saved. Hopefully we're on a good uptick with that. If not, we will have to find something else. But like I said, we can always have to go back and download the shows, and we can just upload them that way. So I mean, that's one way of doing it. So rather, if you're watching live or not, like we can still go back and get that old show. We can just have to download it, then re-upload it in a sense. So that's why I'm glad we chose to stay where we're at. Absolutely. I mean, StreamYard is a good platform. It's just it's having a little bit of a speed bump. And it's not just us. I read today in the chat feed that multiple people were having issues with StreamYard. So it's not just us here at the Basement Show. You're talking about people who use this for like their business and stuff. So in a sense, we should be happy we're not on that aspect of it, in losing our important business stuff. That'd be a tragedy. I mean, that'd be huge. All we're losing is a show. But in the same sense, we're not, because you can go back and re-download the previous recorded shows. Hey, Mr. Banshee, nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day, sir. Thank you for dropping in tonight. Nice to see you. I don't know, Ryan, you also use StreamYard. Have you guys had any problems as of late with your videos not saving? I mean, I know I had reached out to you and let you know that there might be that little bit of a small issue going on, but I don't know if you've had any issues in the past week with your shows as well, because you got the Forgotten Podcast streaming on your personal page. So I know it may be a little bit different because you're not actually streaming to a group. One time we did, okay. So see, we're not the only ones that have had that problem. I mean, even he's streaming like through a personal Facebook and not that extra Facebook group, and they still had a problem with it. So I think it's just an internal thing between StreamYard and Facebook. So hopefully they resolve it. I mean, because there's multiple people that use this show. Well, platform, I should say. Like I know we do, the Forgotten Podcast. Richie Hicks Junior Sports Podcast uses StreamYard. I was hanging out with those guys till about 2 o'clock in the morning last night. And there's just a countless number of people. I mean, it just sucks. Amanda, hello. Or is it Miki? Just says hi. I'm sorry if it's a Miki or whatnot. I know sometimes she'll say who it is. So, good evening, whoever's on Amanda's profile. So, thank you for joining tonight. I actually just found a list that was posted back in May, so a couple months old. But it is 23 nightmare-inducing paranormal stories that just might make you a believer. And these don't seem that very long. So, I mean, we could go through some of these if people want me to pull this list up. We can chit-chat about that. If there's anything in the chat that people want to chit-chat about, please feel free to drop it. Like I said, we always like the interaction here on the show. Because we say every single night, you, the fans, make these shows go. We mean that. I found some really creepy places in the mountains for us to visit. Ooh! Miss Grimm was coming through clutch. And it's Amanda. Okay. Good evening, Amanda. Miss Grimm finding some creepy places in the mountains. Going on a trip in a paper piece of shit. Come on, dude. I'm now you got me singing this song. Who doesn't like going exploring in the mountains? That could be really fun. That could be really dangerous. Depends on how you look at it. Okay. So let me pull this over and let's. Oh, dinner Saturday. So this Saturday, I hope, the 21st. Because if it's next Saturday, I need a rain check. As long as it's this Saturday. So I already have plans for the 28th. Yes, okay. Yeah, because I have plans for the following Saturday already, so I don't want to break those plans. But if it's this Saturday, I will be there, I promise. Let's see. So we found this on BuzzFeed. Every month, I ask BuzzFeed readers like you to share the creepiest experiences they've ever had. Of course, I picked the best, most horrifying ones to share with all of you, from ghosts to premonitions. Here are 23 of the most unsettling tales people have shared. So if you're easily scared or you're going to bed soon, Mama D, sorry. Maybe you don't want to listen to this, but maybe you do. Maybe you could learn something new or something that would just leave you saying, what the fuck? Because when you're talking about paranormal, that's what you want. You want that shock and awe factor. What? That's fair. I'm just letting you know that these might, it says it's supposed to give you nightmares. See? I mean, you can see it right here. 23 nightmare-inducing paranormal stories. So let's see. Number 1 comes from Glendale, Arizona. Kenny without a shirt. Ooh. Miss Heather. Hey, Mr. J. It's my pudding. How you doing tonight, Miss Heather? Ice cream. Ice cream man? Is that what Shannon's trying to say? Ice cream man? Cool. We got people chit chatting. Hope that, like I said, if you're just popping in, make sure to say hello. I don't care if I have to stop what I'm doing or reading. I will acknowledge you. Ice cream man. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, when the fuck did we get ice cream? I still gotta put that in. Much better, thank you. Awesome news, Miss Heather. Been thinking about you all week. Let's see. So the first one we have is one day after I dropped my daughter off at school. Afterwards, my preschool son and I were sitting on the floor in the living room. Suddenly, he said, "Poor sister." I asked, "Why poor sister?" He said she dropped her donut and it rolled all the way across the playground. Later that day, we picked my daughter up from school. I asked her how her day was. She said, "Good. I dropped my donut and it rolled all the way across the playground." Whoa. You might want to get that kid checked out. Whoa. That's a great way to start. Holy shit. Is that called is that what you consider a premonition or real life experience? Holy shit. Finally, he says, "Poor sister." I asked, "Why poor sister?" She dropped her donut and rolled all the way across the playground. Wow. Kids like ESU or something. I mean, whoa. By now, I'm at the ER with Lainey. She has a severe puffy red eye, almost positive her allergies, but want to be safe. Hope she's alright, Lainey. We're thinking of you. Get better. We need Lainey back. We need her laughing smiles. Tell you, I can't. I mean, hang tough, Heather. I know it's tough, but it will get better. But take care of Lainey. Hope she's alright. Yes, best wishes to Lainey. Yes, definitely. 100%. So let's see. She said, "Thank you, Uncle Johnny." You're welcome, Lainey. I guess I have a new adopted niece, which is fine. The more nieces and nephews that I have, the less kids I got to have as an adult. So I'm good. Let's see. I'm a dog collector. I don't seek out haunted dogs, but when you're just grabbing random dogs at thrift stores, it's almost inevitable you find some inherited by spirits. The most interesting story is I have is when I found a kind of creepy looking doll at Goodwill. Well, there's your first problem. Thank you, Lainey. Also said, "Thank you, Uncle Graham. Tell Auntie Shannon I want to see the puppy soon, please." Laugh out loud. And I'm sure Grim and Shannon will acknowledge that comment. But she had blonde hair, completely white skin, a seemingly homemade all red dress, and a face painted very distinctly with heart-shaped lips. Obviously, I took her home. A few weeks later, I was out with my sister thrifting in a different city an hour away, and I found a nearly identical doll, right down to the same style of homemade clothes, except this one had brown hair. So obviously, I brought it home too. That night, I had a strange dream of a blonde woman and a brunette woman resembling the doll stood before me and told me, "Bring us all together." I had that dream at least once a week for another 2 years. Finally, one night I dreamt something different. The dolls themselves, not the woman, brought me to a store that led me to a display with a third doll that looked just like the other two, but with red hair. They've been quiet ever since. I still wonder what would happen if I've ever found that red haired doll and brought her home too. That sounds weird. So a family of dolls in a house together. Oh boy. She's obsessed with Frey for some reason. Every dog we see now of that color, she says, "Oh my god, looks like Frey." And I'm like, "You haven't even met her yet." She does. "Well, I really love her, mom. Ha ha." all three together, Captain Planet appears? Maybe. I mean, that's just bizarre. That is creepy shit. That's what that is. Let's see. Stories. Showing another post real quick. Gotta get some people in here. Let's see what number 3 has in story. Loved that show back in the day. I vaguely remember it. I mean, I'm a little slow in the head at times, but that's okay. But there's a. Okay then. I don't think I'm sleeping tonight. Anyone want to stay up and hang out all night? Oh my lord. Alright, number 3. Written by Anonymous. My sister once told me that I walked into her room asking for help. When she looked over, I was dripping with water. She turned the light on and I disappeared. She went to my room to make sure I was okay, but found me sound asleep and dry. Miss Stephanie's in the building. Hello, Miss Spawn. Heather, do you have the dog's TikTok? That's the question from Miss Heather. When she looked over, I was dripping with water. She turned the light on, and I disappeared. She went to my room to make sure I was okay, but found me sound asleep and dry. I remember that night very clearly because it was the night I dreamt that I was murdered by a man who drowned me in a small lake in the middle of the woods. That's kind of fucked up. I mean, so she dreamt she saw her sister soaking wet, but then found her sister sound asleep and dry. Wow, that kind of just raised the hair on the back of my neck. Now, I don't know if you guys are reading any of these as I'm talking about them, but geez. Oh, that's a long one. Number number 4. When my sister and I were in our early teens, gotta love those teenagers. She was into the current and supernatural things. She would always. That one was creepy. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that one. A couple of them have been creepy so far. But in her early teens, she was a current and supernatural thing. She would always get books from the library on these subjects, and then went to experiment with what she had learned. Like most teenage girls, we would have sleepovers. Then this is when we would experiment and play with her newfound knowledge. We often brought out the Ouija board. Your first mistake. When you're using one, you always wonder if someone is pushing the middle like pincher to cheat and spell out something on their own. One time, we specifically set the Ouija board on a specific letter and wrote it down, then left the room to get something to eat. My sister, wanting to scare the rest of us, moved the middle piece to a different letter. When we came back, we were all excited that it had moved on its own. But my sister really freaked out because it wasn't where she had secretly moved it to. Backfired on them. Great. Let's see. What's this? My mother struggled with alcoholism, and she and my sister didn't get along. My sister had a small lump of clay that she stuck a few strands of my mother's hair into. She called it Mom and put it on her bookcase. Sometime later, the bookcase fell over and Mom got squished. That night, my mother was in a car accident. Fortunately, she was not injured. Wait, what does this part have to do with the Ouija board? That Ouija board was freaky enough. So you play a prank on somebody, but then it backfires. I mean, that sounds like something I would do. Let's see. Another thing that freaked us out: voodoo dolls. Yeah, possible. very, very possible. I mean, I went to the Dorse chat tonight saying I had voodoo, so because that would curses people. It does, and that's why a lot of people don't like messing with it. But I find Ouija boards fun. Another thing that freaked us out is when my sister decided she could hypnotize us. At one of our sleepovers, she hypnotized two of her friends, both named Debbie. Well, that's a fucking mistake. You don't hypnotize two people with the same name. She told one she was going to stick her with a pin and that it would not hurt or bleed. She stuck her leg with a stick pin about inch deep. I don't mess with those wood, no sir. She didn't feel it and she didn't bleed. And she told Debbie 1 that she was actually Debbie 2 and proceeded to ask them questions. I wrote down the answers. They didn't know each other well, and as one was my friend and the other one was my sister's friend. Yet under hypnosis, they were able to correctly answer questions about each other's families. Once she was unable to get one of her friends out of the hypnotic trance, we were freaking out. She finally woke up, and we never did that again. Double trouble. Oh wow! You fucking hypnotize people, and then you mess with them. I don't know about that. But that's what you do. That's what you do. Stupid shit you want to know what you do. And look, the Ouija board itself. Let's see. What will we have next? If you're just joining in, I found a list of Twiki stories that we were just reading aloud. So if you want to comment, please feel free. Don't be afraid. That's why you never mess with those things you don't understand. I can't be hypnotized. Well, Mama D, then you should consider yourself lucky. And some crazy sense, you should consider yourself lucky that you can't be hypnotized. My spirit box keeps saying we have a haunted item in the apartment. I mean, maybe? But the question is what? Where? Who? Let's see. This is a family member story. It was the 1990s, so I was about 4 or 5. And she was relatively young at the time, maybe 5 or 6. She had been vacationing in Florida with her grandparents. They were getting ready to board a flight back home. It's in our bedroom. Oh boy. The bed's haunted. Might be. You never know, sir. It could be that bed frame. I mean, after all, you guys did get it. Never mind. But yeah, could be the bed. I'll just leave it as that. It might be the bed frame. And Heather's saying she can't be hypnotized. Well, aren't you guys lucky? Because I'm sure as hell, I think I can. They were getting ready to board a flight back home, but she told. I don't know if I can be hypnotized. I mean, probably been used since someone tried. So I mean, if we all want to try it one night, we can do a basement show, hypnotized show. So, all about the power of persuasion. That is true. I have heard that about hypnotism. You're right. They were getting ready to board a flight back home, but she told them her tummy hurt really bad when she thought of getting on the plane. She refused to go, saying her tummy hurt too bad and she was staying there. She hadn't ever had problems flying before. They tried bribing and begging, basically everything short of picking her up and forcing her to get on the plane. It could be. You're right. Absolutely. Mother was back home watching the news on the break at work when she heard that a Florida flight had gone down roughly 10 minutes after takeoff and crashed in the Everglades at such a low altitude There was a small possibility of survivors, but the authorities determined that if they had made it, they would not likely survive. Almost certain wildlife encounter shortly after the crash, they opted not to even rescue mission to avoid losing more lives. When they released the flight number, it was their flight. She freaked, but there was no cell phones. And the airport wouldn't tell her anything about whether or not they were on the flight. She left work in a shock and grieving all evening. The grandfather finally called around midnight, casually telling her they were boarding a much later flight later home after her daughter flat out refused to get on the plane. She sobbed, saying she was so happy to hear from him, and that she was glad that she did that because their flight went down right after takeoff. He had no idea. The airport kept it hush hush, presumably so no other passengers were panicking and or cancel the flights. The mother didn't tell the girl until she was much older, 2 decades after her grandparents passed. She was in disbelief. She went through her whole life thinking it was a dream or something she'd seen on television, not that it was real life. She looked up and read all the details and was shook to the learn that they would have been alligator food on the off chance they had somehow survived the class. The instincts of children prevail. Okay, so basically, to sum this one up, the girl has a premonition saying that she doesn't feel well. We've all seen the movie Final Destination. If you ask me, this is Final Destination in real life. Holy fuck. So she saved her life and wound up saving her grandparents' life on top of it. I mean, whoa. I don't know how to sum that one up. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty bizarre. Anonymous, if you're ever skeptical or even just a bit curious, these details all point to this being ValueJet 592, which caused crash in May 1996. So you can actually check the actual flight and probably find the news story. Wow. Yeah, that's a pass. I mean, fair enough. Sitting in my basement by myself reading this stuff was a little late on. So, I mean, I don't think so. All right, let's see. Number 6. I had never really thought much about the paranormal until I moved into my first apartment. Aww. I got there a few days before my roommate and set up the basics. As I was sitting on my counter the first night, I watched my swinging trash can lid moving on its own out of the corner of my eye. I shrugged it off, but things just escalated from there. My hanging blinds would move one panel at a time. Oh man, I could just imagine the L. There would be knocking up and down my bedroom wall, the other side of which was the living room. My TV would turn on at full volume in the middle of the night to an older black and white show. Eventually, I worked up enough courage to ask my roommate about it, but she beat me to it after lunch one day. She casually asked if I was having any weird experiences, and we started sharing stories. After talking about it, things seemed to get more frequent. I was having a hard time sleeping at night. Eventually, I sat up and yelled, "I'm not going anywhere for the next 2 years, so you can either let me sleep for work or believe me. I'll find a way to get you out of here." Suddenly, the walls knocks went silent. My TV stopped turning on at night, and paranormal activity seemed confined to the kitchen. Months later, my best friend and I tested positive for COVID and quarantined in my room for 2 weeks. Our ghost must have realized we weren't working at the time because the TV began turning on at night again to the same old TV show, leaving my friend speechless. One night, I was sitting in front of my full-body mirror with my friend right next to me. I looked up to see a tall, thin man in overalls standing behind us. He looked as surprised as we were, and we immediately turned to look behind us, but he was gone. Long story short, we named him Charles. and would have warned anyone staying over about his antics. I've never had an object physically move in front of me since. So they named the fucking ghost Charles. I have a Charles. That's creepy. Like I said, if you're just tuning in, make sure you say hello. Let me know you're here. We're just reading off some really fucked up stories. I mean, pardon my language, but that's what these are. They're really like messed up. And that's what we kind of do here on Thursday nights on the Basement Show. We talk paranormal stuff. So if you're in chat, never had a paranormal experience, please feel free to share it. Because some of these are just head scratchers. The named of Ghost Charles. Is that long for Charlie? Is that long for Charlie Chaplin? And there's your TV. Okay. I guess I'm not watching The Ring anytime soon. Let's see. Number 7. We had another couple stay over at our house on New Year's Eve. We were up very late hanging out while alone in the kitchen cleaning up. I thought, this has been really fun. We'll always remember what a good time we had the year Don, our friend, died. I actually jumped when I realized what I had just thought. As it turns out, the pain in Don's leg, which he thought was a pinched nerve from riding his motorcycle, turned out to be a tumor. He died 5 months later. That one's confusing. Anyone? It's not a tumor. I don't know. That one is, again, head scratcher. I don't get that one. All right, number 8. Moving on. Just a bit. Yeah, I mean, that one confused me. When I was about 13 years old, we lived in a relatively new house, which was about 3 years old. We had been living there for about 2 years at the time, so I was pretty comfortable with it. Well, that's good to know. The house was out in the woods. Oh, great. Cabin in the woods! I smell butter and beef. I'm scared. Oh, shit. The house was out in the woods, where we had goats and chickens. The only thing out of the ordinary, my dream home. There you go. The only thing out of the ordinary about it was it has a strange shack on the edge of the property. Hey, my house. It was small and much older than the house we lived in. It even looked older than the neighbor's house. My sister and I were always creeped out by it. Well, my house isn't going to hurt you, I promise. So we kept our distance. One day, though, we felt a little brave. But we restored the bodies. There we go. Would you like to help me hide a body? Sorry. We went out to the shack, which was actually pretty far away. It took a few minutes because our property was so big. As we approached, we thought we heard whispering. Just as we stepped up to it, a huge piece of wood fell inside. We turned and fled to the house and went inside. Cousin Crew! Hope you're seeing that version. I mean, that's a funny version of it. That night, I woke up and froze. I saw a face staring at me beside my bed. The face stared at me for what seemed like an eternity and said, "Go to the shack," then disappeared. I don't say that. I don't creep on little kids like that. Come on, this is me. Then disappeared. The next morning, I told my sister about it, and she said the same thing had happened to her. So we decided to check out the shack one more time. As we entered the woods, the usual feeling of fear we had was gone. We approached where the shack was, and it was gone, as if it had never been there at all. Interesting. Cousin Crew roll call. There you go. That's a new one, cuz. I like that. I like it. I'm not sharing this for you. I like it. So, Cal, tonight we're talking. I found a list of 23 like weird paranormal type stories that people have shared. This list is from May 2024, and some of them have been pretty damn good. I mean, I like this one about the shack basically disappearing. Hey, look, it's my house. I found it. I put my little shack in the woods. Who lives in the shack in the middle of the woods? Mr. Nestus. Sorry. I'm here too. I want to say hi. I'm here. I'm in chat. See? See, I'm here. I'm also here. Alright, number 9. I like that shack one freaked me out a little bit. 7 people, welcome all in. Like I said, this is a paranormal night special. Grim's cooking. Okay. Several decades ago, we were spring cleaning my house and we found a Ouija board. Another Ouija board. Here we go with Miss Heather. I need Heather back. We found a Ouija board in the closet. Naturally, we decided to take an immediate break and play with it. Dumb mistake. After several rounds of interesting responses from the board, along with the customary accusations bouncing back and forth between us, you moved it. No, you did. I decided to take a scientific approach to who did it issue, since I knew it wasn't me. My friend was blindfolded. There was no way she could see or peek. I then turned the Ouija board upside down and rotated it into different positions between the questions. 6 questions were asked. Only my friend's hands were on the middle piece. Each time it stopped moving after a question was asked. I placed my fingers on the selected position and matched it with the letters on the other side of the board so I can decipher the message. I read the results from underneath the board and wrote them on a piece of paper that was behind me, out of sight of my friend. I also did not tell her the selected answers or characters. 2 of the questions were yes or no, and the remainder required spelled out answers. The results were as follows. All movements of the middle piece stopped exactly upon either a yes or no a character. Always answers that require spelling were spelled correctly with no fudging on my part. Finally, to prove that the Ouija worked, I asked my friend's mom's birthday. This was my test to test my honesty in matching up the selections devices positions, as I had no idea what her mom's birthday was. The board gave us a date that had the correct month and day, but the wrong year. According to my friend, it was off by a couple of years. But when we told her dad about what we did and how the board got it wrong, he chuckled and told us that the board, in fact, got her mother's birth year correct. As it turns out, Mom had always adjusted her birth year so people would not know she was older than her husband. Her mom had passed a few years before, and he had all the legal documents in the drawer. Her dad pulled her birth certificate out to show us her actual date. The Ouija board got it all correct. Even when neither she or I knew the correct answer, she freaked. The board went into the closet until it's still there 3 decades later. I have absolutely no doubt that her hand movements were guided not by her, but by some other unexplainable force. I don't know who, but I do know what I saw. That's wow. Whoa. Whoa. Oh man. That one leaves you speechless. Damn. That one would leave you messed up for a couple days. Let's see. How long is this one? No, it's not bad. My house is haunted, and I mean extremely haunted. There's a room that we simply don't go into because we've all had really horrible nightmares about it, and always get a bad feeling when we walk in. And once I sat in the hallway because a disembodied voice told me not to go into the kitchen yet. A few seconds before a greasy towel caught fire. Our dog growls at the one specific spot on the couch so much that we all just avoid sitting there. That's the level of haunted it is. We've had everything checked for mold, pests, carbon monoxide leaks, etc. Nothing in this house can explain half the stuff that's happened. One of the creepiest things I've ever experienced while living there is having random visions. They're extremely detailed, specific snapshots of movements. I had been seeing a therapist when they started. She screened me for psychotic symptoms when I told her about the episodes, but she found nothing. I've gotten a physical for sports, and my physical health was perfect. 2, I would have simply brushed the visions off, except for the fact that they were still coming true. I had a vision of me bent over the sink, spitting out blood, looking up at the mirror with the splatter on my nose. It came true. When I got my wisdom teeth, he used Troy. It came true when I got my wisdom teeth out. It was an oddly specific limited edition shirt that I envisioned myself finding at the thrift store, and I did. My first vision, which I brushed off as deja vu, was passing by a ram's head surrounded by flowers at an art fair. It just kept happening though. From then on, all about 6 of my visions have come true. They only ever happened in the entryway when I walked through the door. I blamed the house, checked for my name on a missing persons list in a few years if my visions are correct. And now Miss Grimm's on Twitch. Yeah, I think she said Kenny was home, if I'm not mistaken. She might have fallen asleep. D. So, who's the imposter and who's the real Miss Grimm? I'm teasing you. Are you guys enjoying these, or should I do something else? Or like, I don't know who's. Keep going, Johnny. Okay. So, Mama D's in the tree. Like, okay, we got this. No, Shannon's looking at houses. Okay, I don't want to bore you guys. I don't know who's all still looking in chat. If this is something they don't want to listen to, or they want to talk about something else. I mean, I don't want to bore the audience. So I mean, that's why I'm just making sure everybody's on the same page. That's all. So this number 11. My grandfather died when I was about 12. My brother and I were visiting I am watching the game. Cool. Hope it's a good game. I mean, just probably about the second quarter. So my grandfather died when I was about 12. My brother and I were visiting my grandmother in Augusta, Georgia. A few months later, anyone from the South whose granny made them homemade grits. I found it, and it has a tiny home on property for Mr. Ness. Perfect. I like it, but we could. No, Grim, go back to cooking. No one. Shut up, sir. Leave me alone with that. Anyone from the South whose granny made them homemade grits knows that they take a long time to cook. She would stand over the stove for upwards of an hour, occasionally stirring them and calling our names to come to the kitchen and get our toast ready or whatever. She's been calling my name. He's still streaming. He won't pop in during his stream. Shit. To come get our toast ready or whatever. She's been calling my name on this particular morning, and since I was a 12-year-old asshole, I laid in bed and argued with her every time she called me. After a little while of back and forth, I muttered something very unkind about her and under my breath, and immediately a force pushed me out of the bed onto the floor. Oh shit. You don't piss off the grandmother. He'll be here later if I'm still alive. He's been stopping in lately, so he'll probably go 11 o'clock though. So we'll see what happens with our show tonight. I know no one was behind me. Maybe not right now, but he'll be here. Yeah, that's what I mean. He'll do history until about 11, so we'll see. I know no one was behind me because one side of the bed was pushed up against the wall, and my back was to that wall. Plus, there was no feeling of hands on my back, just a very strong force. Let me tell you, the middle of my body jutted forward from my chest to my abdomen like I was being kicked from behind by a horse or something. I flew out of bed and onto the floor. I looked behind me and saw nothing, but I knew exactly who it was. I ran crying to my grandmother, saying, "Granny, Granny, Granddaddy just pushed me out of bed." She said, "Oh, sugar, I know it. He's mad that you won't come to breakfast," or something like that. I remember kind of laughing too, but being very weirded out. Never heard from him again, but I was never talking to my granny after that. Grandpa fucking with the grandson from the dead. I love it. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar, I just knew it. That's what you get for running your mouth, boy. That was actually kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, number 12. Let me see. Nope, can't go down. There you go. Number 12. I grew up in an old house that always made creaking noises at night. I had a loft bed in my room with stairs going up from my doorway. The top stair was 5 feet from the ceiling, so as I got older, I had to duck to get into my bed. That's a bitch. Everybody who has a loft bed knows that sucks. There was also a tall closet next to my stairs where my cat hung out. My senior year of high school, I was in bed reading really late one night. My cat started growling, looking out my open door into the darkness. I just heard the normal house creaking noises, so I wasn't alarmed. At about 3 a.m., I turned off my lamp to go to sleep. In the dark, I saw a man standing on the top stair at the foot of my bed. He was wearing a long gray trench coat and black gloves. I couldn't see his head because it was in the ceiling. Yeah? Alright, so I sat in my bed and shrunk as far away from him as I could. At the same time, my cat jumped down onto my bed and started hissing at him. I bit the inside of my cheeks and tongue, hoping I was asleep and could wake myself up, but nothing helped. I was already awake. He was still standing there, and my cat was still hissing. We stayed that way for about 5 minutes until he slowly faded into the dark. My cat quieted down, and somehow I fell asleep an hour later. I was so freaked out that I never told anyone about that night until I went away to college. But I still never mentioned it to my family or anyone from my hometown. Well, you fucked up. We deal with that with Freya barking at the ceiling. That is true. That is very, very true. That is true, Miss Grimm. Freya is a special kind of special. Okay, so here we go. Flash forward to my mid-20s and I'm in a new city. I got a call from a woman researching the house before she lived there, before we did, and heard noises growing up. She heard tales from babysitters that we had as kids that they never told us. Like all crowns were arranged in a circle in the living room on their own, but that one babysitter was locked in the basement for an hour, all while the kids were asleep. The eeriest stories came from the people who bought the house from my parents. Not long after moving in, they started smelling cigarette smoke and hearing a man coughing in the kitchen, which was right next to my old bedroom. And one summer, the son's friend stopped by to see if they were home. They weren't. The front door has a large window, and he looked inside. He saw an old man standing in the front hallway, staring at him. He was wearing a trench coat, and smoking a cigarette. The family dog sat next to the old man, looking up at him. The man was semi-transparent. All those years later, it was both great and also spine-tingling to have my ghost story validated. There you go, Miss Grimm. If you're still listening, that's what it is. Freya is friends with the ghost. It all makes sense now. I mean, I shouldn't say this too loud, but like, you have done that scare meter in your house, and apparently there's, heard that there's spirits in your apartment. I'm sorry. That's what Freya is barking at. We just figured it out. Freya is friends with a ghost. She's dumb, but maybe she senses something. Okay, just right there, the family dog sitting next to the old man looking up at him. So maybe that's what Freya is doing. We might have just solved the mystery. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Let me message back real quick. This kid's probably like, no. So I was saying, if Ben wanted to jump in the studio, I don't think that's going to happen tonight. We're going to work on that for a couple weeks, maybe. So there's a imitation of the creepy man. I like it. All right, number 13. Uh-oh. Teenage Girls Camp. Cooties! I was 11 years old. Uh-oh, who's joining me? Hold on. Oh, wrong button. You there? Yeah.
What about us jumping in studio?
No, I was wondering. I was trying to invite my friend to join me.
Oh, I thought you said Grimm's jumping in studio. I was like, huh? Hold on, dealing with cat. Girls!
No, I was just saying I talked to my friend about maybe joining me, that's all.
Oh. Well, if you want me to leave, then I will leave.
No, I mean, are you enjoying these creepy stories?
I am. I'm enjoying, the one about the reading and the cat going nuts. And I'm like, wait, that's Freya, because she actually just did it as I was signing on. She was barking at the door hysterically. Right now, they are both, oh, it won't reach.
Nope.
They're both trying to be in Daddy's lap because Daddy's cooking a flat iron steak.
Oh, that's very nice.
On the blacksmith.
Just right, you had sent me something for Goldsboro, Pennsylvania.
Oh no, those pictures are just funny. Because if you look at it, the guy's dressed up as Bigfoot and he's taking pictures of like showing the house, like you know how they show pictures of the house?
Yeah.
The guy's dressed up as Bigfoot all over the house in every picture.
So should I pull it up and show people?
If you want, I just thought it was funny.
Not gonna 1 second.
And then I'll send you the Johnny house.
The Johnny house?
Yeah, the house that I actually really, really like. There's only one downside to it.
I know what that one downside probably is.
What?
HOA.
The HOA is only $100 a month, so really that's not bad.
No.
The only issue is it's oil heat. And I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but I would definitely want it upgraded.
I like that though.
Yeah, it's pretty. But look, Bigfoot. He's in every picture. Look at your phone.
That's fucking hysterical.
The guy's dressed like Bigfoot in every fucking picture.
Does NFL Blitz come with the house?
All the gaming systems come in the house.
Oh, you want to get me off that damn thing?
Who's coming in the house?
the pool table, at the dartboard,
No sex on the pool table.
no sex on the pool table.
No sex.
Oh, ghost sex on the pool table. Sitting there drinking his cup of coffee, like I just thought it was fucking hysterical.
Chewbacca sex on the pool table.
Was
No,
he,
That one.
I was gonna say, was he hanging from the ceiling? I don't see him.
Yeah, obviously.
I like the setup. I mean, you got the dining room going. You have an island over. It's like the drive-through window. I like that.
Yeah,
A lot of natural light too.
exactly.
Oh my god. I give this guy major props, and the fact that they actually listed the house like this.
Oh yeah, it's fucking hysterical. I've got to pump it up.
Oh my god.
I got to bump. You
And you get a sauna too.
Yeah, it comes with the sauna.
Oh my god.
go sex in the sauna.
Go sex in the sauna.
I dig. I got my own little.
It's got putt putt. The house has putt putt in it. The putt putt. It's got the turf. Look at your phone.
That's just bad.
Now it's gone now.
It's fine. Remember, there's the leg.
This is. All right, what's he at in this one? Hold on. Nope, not in that one either.
So far back.
My only concern with that for you is the steps getting into it.
Damn, you can get a skee
You
ball
got a
game.
couple. Yeah, you got a couple games with that.
Oh shit. That's actually nice. Nice wet boy.
Yep.
My butt hurts.
Your butt hurts.
Yeah. Sitting too much.
Yeah, that's skee ball. Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm digging it. I mean, gym, the sauna.
How much time?
The only thing they haven't shown yet is the bedrooms.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about it.
I like that kitchen.
I'm not a fan of all the white.
Oh,
It's just I know how we cook, and I know I'm going to be wiping those cabinets down every fucking day.
Jesus. Bathroom's a bit small.
What are you trying to say?
Can I get a hot tub?
What are you trying to say?
What?
About me cooking? What are you trying to say?
That you make a mess.
That's actually in the house too. That's nice.
Yeah, the hot tub is in the house.
Sex in the hot tub.
No swimming's in the hot tub.
Go
I guess
sex
that's
in
one
the
of
hot
the
tub.
guest rooms. Oh, do you get the old popcorn machine too?
I don't know.
That's it. Get the old popcorn machine or no deal.
Right?
Leave.
There's your bunk
Oh,
bed.
Johnny, there's your bunk bed.
Yep. Actually, I'm kind of digging it. I don't like this though.
You're drifting.
That would
And
probably
the
be
crayon.
that would probably become my office.
That could get dangerous.
Don't
Look,
go
Mom, I can fly.
back. Don't go back and get cheap on your toy.
Oh my fucking god. That's a lot of wood paneling though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it wood paneling or?
I like the slate bathroom. Holy shit.
I know the bathroom's nice.
That's
Orgy in the shower.
Well, you're telling me no sex in the hot tub.
There's a drain in the shower.
There's a drain in the hot tub.
He's pooping.
What are you trying
You
to
have to admit, the guy in the suit makes the pictures.
Oh yeah, like you said, I'm blown away that they actually listed the house like this. I mean, that house is very secluded though.
I know, it's what we want to do, and it sits on a couple acres.
set a timer for 8 minutes?
Like I like that you have the whole outside patio area.
It looks like it may be cedar.
Your neighbors aren't that far. Look, here's your neighbor's house.
Yeah, but I think the property goes back.
That's a nice deck for entertaining.
What's that, Frank?
And the patio wraps around the whole house.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like she's hiding.
Did you have an accident? Are we hiding?
Uh-oh.
You want your toy? Why are we hiding?
No, that's not bad actually. Let me see something. Actually. 2.04 acres a lot.
Yeah. So 2 acres. It's not bad.
2 master bedrooms.
Yep.
So you guys get one. Dee and Kenny can get one.
Maybe.
Well, let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
You
but
should-
where it's at, that would be further for Dean and Kenny.
Yeah, that would be further for that's above the Poconos.
Okay, well now I gotta do some other research real quick.
You're gonna see if there's a Wegmans nearby?
That
Uh-huh.
would be further away for Dean and Kenny from work.
Yeah. It's in
Let's see.
Goldsboro, PA.
Not that Wegmans. So let's see. Oh, let me see something. Hold on. I might have found one. Whoa.
Luna, no. Huh?
Damn. 41 minutes away. The closest Wegmans 41 minutes away and
Oh.
37.5 miles one way.
That's
Oh.
a lot.
That's a lot. All right, look at the second house.
My show, my rules. I'm just kidding.
Oh, thank you. I got kids.
You got Luna kisses? That's because they want COOKIES.
I can't get to see it.
The long pod house.
Please don't let that up going into the steak. I will not eat this fucking steak.
All right, share this real quick. That's a on a hill. That's safe.
Yeah, I see.
I'm saying though, it's on a hill. Is that safe?
Back up.
Probably not.
Is that the tiny house you're talking about from me?
You understand
No.
the words coming out of my mouth?
See, that's tricky because you come down the driveway, then that's a tricky step staircase to get up. Unless you go through the house.
Yeah.
You just can't climb up on the
That's a lot of yard to cut too.
daddy's legs. Not
So I
very
have
fat.
goats. The goats will eat all the weeds and the grass.
What's the matter, Fred? You are being a fucking nudge.
Ooh, fluorescent lighting. Ooh.
Yeah, the lighting.
Pull back.
I know.
Because she is right there under your chair.
That's a weird fucking setup.
I know. Luna!
How that's built looks like a cafeteria.
I know. But you know what? With the dinner parties we have, because Morgan and Kev would be up pretty often because they love the mountains.
Yeah.
Dinner parties.
I mean, it's definitely a wide open kitchen. I like that. Plus, you have the little island.
Yeah. I like all the cabinet space.
The gods will still know that we are on the earth. Ooga chaka chaka ooga.
There's plenty of room for the dogs to run around.
That's true. Oh, there you go. A big girl too.
Why are you getting cherry eyed?
I'm showing you to see Johnny's little house.
Either one of you have been eating dinner lately.
The bedroom layout's a little wonky, but
Yeah, you customize those how you want.
yeah.
That's
There's Johnny's house.
That's the potato.
Yeah.
fine.
I need something.
Oh, you got a soaker tub and a stand-up shower. Shit.
So I need a big flipper. So I need a big flipper.
The big flipper.
They have pictures of inside the shed. Now, I like that setup. I mean, that's a good hangout spot.
Hold on, I'm not there. I had to get
There's two good ones.
back to what.
There should be one more.
No, dinner time for the pups.
Yeah, I did that bit. There.
That one's got the air hockey table.
Yep, I think we froze on Facebook. Do we? Nope. No.
Yeah, that's got the air hockey table.
And you got a pool table on top of it. So.
Yeah, and the pool table.
Poker table.
Yep.
Poker in the front, liquor in the rear. first. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear.
I mean, it's really not bad. I mean,
No.
I wish I could see inside the shed, see how big of a house I have, but
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
after the news we heard today, which I will tell you off camera.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking piss your pants.
Well, actually, here, no, I'll just put it in private chat.
all right, well, I'm going to do more research real quick.
Really? Hey, Mr. Ness, do you realize today's a week since I had my surgery?
Yeah, it was September 12th.
Yeah, but tell me that fucking fly by.
What, the week?
Yeah. Feels like it now. First couple days it didn't.
So listen, the closest Wegmans would be the same one that's in Wilkes-Barre,
Okay.
Okay.
44 minutes away.
Exactly where we are. I know where Wilkes-Barre is. Don't wait for it to turn around. Are you fucking kidding me?
The face. He made the face. So either he read that or
Really?
yeah,
Problem is I can't really see it.
found that out today.
That's either A, good, B, bad,
It's
C,
B.
indifferent.
It's B. It's an admission to guilt.
Dude, doesn't matter if they do or not. They're still fucked.
Where's this at? Hold on. This is in the studio. I mean, I'm just going to let that play for a minute.
Yeah. He's not gonna let that play for a minute.
Sucks to be you.
You guys knocked over Daddy's cane.
Yeah, I just did the fucked up thing. I closed out my thing by accident.
Well, this one that I'm looking at right now is 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms.
That's surprising. It says Gary's in chat. Hello, Gary.
Gary. Gary, if we move up to the Poconos, are you going to come visit?
That wasn't the list I had. Damn it, I lost the good one. April. Oh, there it is. Found it.
Alexa,
I think I was up to November 12th.
4 minutes.
Gary said yes.
4 minutes.
Grim and I are looking at going up to the mountains.
And you're taking me with them.
This one's in Tobyhanna. The house is pretty. It's got a huge, Lord have mercy. It's a stone circle driveway dropping you off at the front of the house. Oh, it's got a reading nook. Is that carpet in the kitchen? No, thank God.
So you want me to pull up any more houses, or should I go back to my list?
Oh, no, you can go back to doing what you're doing. I didn't mean to hijack your show with my house search.
No, you can.
Big
What family here? We want to be talking about pool noodles.
pool noodles?
I was 11 years old and in an all-girls summer camp. My cabin mates and I were in some swim class, hanging out together in inner tubes. I was the one without a float, so I got out and went to the float shed. The float shed. Oh my God, that sounds horrible. The shed was shallow. God. The shed was shallow, so I didn't have to look too hard for an inner tube. Unfortunately, I couldn't find one. Frustrated, I grabbed the only yellow pool noodle in the cabinet and tossed it into the water. "Watch my pool noodle!" I called to my friends. They turned around and gave me a thumbs up. "Bring my sunglasses to me, please," one of them called. I ran to the pavilion where belongings were and grabbed my friend's sunglasses. I ran back to the water and tossed them to her. "Where's my pool noodle?" I asked, noticing it was missing. "What pool noodle?" my bunkmate replied. Confused, I ran out of the water back to the float shed. My yellow pool noodle was in the exact same spot I found it before I tossed it into the creek with my friends. I never touched that pool noodle ever again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking creepy. Hey, mess with my noodle. That one's kind of creepy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see. Me and my 4-year-old daughter lived alone in a 2-bedroom apartment, and we had been for about 4 years. I was washing dishes while she was eating her cereal one morning. All of a sudden, she started laughing and saying, "Stop touching my feet." I told her I wasn't touching my feet, and with a blank stare, she said, "I'm not talking to you, Mommy. I'm talking to the black monster."
I'm not talking to you, Mommy. I'm talking to the monster.
Not just a monster, a black monster.
Well,
Oh, man, that's your buddy. That's racist, but it's funny.
yeah, that is true.
Let's see. My mother passed away in January 1984. My father arranged a 2-day showing. On the second day, I was standing on the opposite side of the room from her coffin when I suddenly saw a very bright flash of light and felt a strange sensation, as if something had passed through me. My first thought was that someone had taken a photograph using a flash, but then my 2 nieces ran towards me, saying that they just saw grandma, my mother, standing at the edge of the casket. They looked at me and said they saw her move across the room toward me, then disappear as she passed right through me. I then knew it was her that I felt. I mean, that's not too bad. I put something like that.
No, I mean, there's been times when like a man, ghost hunters is here, and we'll be looking into something, and the whole room goes freezing fucking cold.
Alexa.
Yeah, and Miki said the one that we were doing the one by old appointment she was old, so
Yeah,
does happen.
yeah.
Let's see. Several years ago, I drove up from Kentucky with 3 friends to see a Cubs game. Batter up. I guess none of us were paying attention because on the drive home, we went the wrong way. Next thing I knew, there was a toll booth and a sign that said "Welcome to Michigan." So now we had an even longer trip home. I pulled up, paid my toll, and asked for directions. The gentleman told me how to get back on the right road at Lincoln. He replied, "You're welcome, Nick. My name is actually Nick." I was at a loss for words because there was no way this guy knew me. I drove a good distance and pulled over unsettled. Did anyone say my name at the toll booth? I asked all my friends and they said no. Now we were all a little freaked out. We searched the car for something we may have seen that had my name on it. We found nothing. Either this guy kept guessing people's names as a joke, or something unworldly happened to me at that Michigan toll booth. I mean, depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I've
I
heard,
mean,
I've heard of Stranger Things, but
oh yeah, we all have.
It's Netflix series.
yeah, so why it's a Netflix series. Fucking smart ass.
That's good for you.
2 + 2 is 4. Do you need some banaka?
No.
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 Are you sure?
Ah,
Asshole you.
I grew up in a small town in Oklahoma in the mid
I am not
1990s.
the asshole. I am the president.
How is Grim doing? Mr. Gary is asking.
Come over and can you wave? Do something? He's cooking at the moment. Nah. Fuck the duck and throw a finger up.
Did you drop it?
Yes, I did.
Table down. Quick, quick.
Now it's getting tangled.
Oh boy.
That's the upper crack.
There's Grim. Gary's looking for you. Right here. Cooking dinner. Rubbing his knee because his knee's a little stiff. No, I'm sorry, Gary.
I'm right there with him. Ooh, throw my wolf back.
I apologize that I made you dizzy. Freya, why are you
What
licking
platform
my...
is that on? JA3 Lou. Well, who the hell are you? What platform did you just follow me on? Let's see. I grew up in a small town in Oklahoma in the mid 1990s. I worked at an old video store. The store was in an old bank building built around 1900. Over the years, the building had been used as a bank, filling station, a funeral parlor, and finally in the late 1980s, it became the video store.
That's fucking creepy and awesome at the same fucking time.
Right?
So wait, it was a bank, it was a funeral home,
A filming station,
a filling station,
And then a
it turned
movie
into
store.
movie store.
Which place?
The guy, the one they're reading about now, it's a small town in Oklahoma.
Yeah, the basement housed both an old bank vault and the room where they prepped the deceased for the funerals. Needless to say, the basement was creepy but still kind of cool.
They prepped bodies for funerals.
That's fucking awesome.
Most people who worked at the store will say they've had creepy experiences downstairs. We all, however, have one shared experience on the video store floor. Supposedly, in the early days of the bank, there was a violent rivalry, and a young boy was among those killed.
For you tonight.
Every so often, after we closed, almost all the videotapes and a few DVDs we had would fall off the shelves at the same time. It wasn't violent or anything, all the tapes would simply fall to the floor, all that is except the kids section and a few westerns. The building is now a second-hand store. I often wonder if they have similar experiences. Then, after the video store, it turned into a thrift store.
Tommy said I'm
I'm listening. Luna just spilled her food all over the floor.
Alexa, stop.
That's a pretty popular store, I gotta admit. That's pretty cool.
Grim said he wants it. He wants to find it. All right. So how's our steak looking, sir?
Just because I buy people on Facebook because I'm seeing who's with us. Let's go. Number 18, so we got a couple more. It all started with the My Lord balloon. We bought it for my grandson's birthday, and it had been floating around the house for a couple weeks after. My husband and I were watching TV in the living room when the balloon came down the hall and floated across the living room. Stopped right in front of my husband. Now it should have just continued through the living room. There was no reason for it to stop suddenly. Of course, my husband was a little freaked out, and we started talking about it. And when the balloon began to turn around to the happy birthday side facing us, I yelled at my husband, my birthday is in a couple weeks. When I said that, the balloon moved over to me. I got giggly and said, someone's here to wish me a happy birthday. Whoever you are, thank you for remembering me. I thought it was my late husband who had died at 39 years old, or my mom, or Mimi. It stayed with us for a bit. I looked down the hallway and said it's coming back. Then it was gone.
Interesting.
Thinking went back toward the kitchen. I got up and my husband laughed. You have to see where it went, don't you? He asked. Of course I did.
I'll
Well,
be right
it
back. I gotta take Bray out.
Well, of course it wasn't in the kitchen or the bathroom, so I went upstairs and checked my grandson's room and my son's room, but it wasn't there. Neither. I found it in our bedroom on the floor next to my side of the bed. This made my husband a believer. I've always believed in this kind of thing. So you have a real life Pennywise. I don't like it. And they have a picture of Pennywise up. How appropriate. Let's see what else we have. Number 19. When my daughter was young, from the ages of 5 to 14, we lived in a haunted house. It wasn't old, but between the land it was built on and the people who lived there previously, it had some dark history. We saw shadow figures and the ghosts aplenty. I will preface this by saying that my hubby and I collect all sorts of spooky objects and antiques, and now I have developed my skills to become a medium myself. And I've always been a spooky bitch. Anyway, the story goes like this. My daughter was having her 8th birthday party at our home with a gaggle of cooties in princess dresses. They ran up to me pleading to play with the Ouija board. I hope you said no. We collect originals, and at that time, we probably had about 8 displayed around the house. I said, sure, set them up, and got ready to supervise. Well, the board went off like it never had before. The spirit they contacted decided to play scavenger hunt with the little girls and would spell out what they had to find around the house. Then off they went in search. The odd thing about this was that the items they were told to find were things not even I knew about, and often were out of eyesight of the little girls, like the black bead at the base of a lamp, a tiny top hat which one of the one of my antique dolls hidden at the back of a cabinet. This went on, and the middle piece was lying. Then the messages started yelling, menacing, I want to play with me forever. If you stop, I will kill you. Okay, I said. Let's not play anymore. My daughter and her friends didn't really understanding that the messages were getting darker and darker. As I stopped helping them read the letters after these messages started, then the board started to spell, I will get you, I will get you. The girls were able to spell these words out easily because of the repetition and got scared. I yelled at the spirit to get out of my house, yanked the middle piece out of the grass, quickly removed the wood. I moved a party game and cake, but we never played a Ouija in the house again. Well, you shouldn't be playing that shit anyway with kids, if you ask me. That's just stupid. Yeah. Especially 8-year-old kids? No way. Like my older sister doing Bloody Mary one night. Let's see. Yeah. I lived in a large rental older home in Bloomington, Indiana in 2005. As I would get asleep at night, the shadows of a man, a woman, and a young girl, about 10 or so, were few indistinctly in the dark in my bedroom. I could see them only if I didn't look directly at them. They'd be doing typical household events like chores, talking, looking at books, sewing, etc. Nothing malicious or creepy. I'd blink and shake my head, but they still be there. Since they were just messing around amongst themselves and not bothering me, I would simply ignore them. They wouldn't always be there, but it was quite frequent. I didn't believe in ghosts, but I decided then to be undecided. I told absolutely no one. I did this and thus avoid sensualism. Some months later, my friend and I came back from a late night party, and I was making food in the kitchen while he was messing around with the music and other things in the living room, with only low lighting. After about 20 minutes, he rushed into the kitchen and, with a surprised look, and said, "You know there's a family of ghosts in this house." I asked him to describe them, and he did to a T, including their inappropriate behavior and activities. I said, "Oh yeah, I see them all the time. No worries. I think they're just like being a family." He roared and busted out laughing and saying, "You're kidding me." I told him to go back. They'd still be there. He did, and they were. We had a lively discussion as we ate. I'll tell you that. Interesting. Some of these are fascinating. There's some woman message me real quick.
Phone trip on me.
Huh? No, I don't. Bring it back up. Really am. Yeah, you walked away. Nice. Bring that back up. Okay. Let's see. Number 21. So we got two more of these. One night at my dad's house when I was 10 years old, I woke up in the middle of the night with my grandfather sitting at the desk where I did my homework. I was surprised to see him and exclaimed, "Grandpa, what are you doing here?" I don't remember word for word, but he told me he loved me and would see me tomorrow in the morning. I woke up excited and looked for him. I couldn't find him anywhere. I went to my dad's room where he was making his bed. I asked where Grandpa was, and he said Grandpa wasn't there. He was sick and at home in Arizona. I was insistent that he visited last night and told my dad what he had said. Around 9 that morning, my grandmother called to tell us that my grandfather had passed away that night, ending his battle with lung cancer. Wow. That's kind of sad and screwed up in the same sense. So the kid saw his grandfather before he passed. Wow. Damn. Let's see what else we got. Number 22. One trip when I was about 11 years old, my mom and I were on a road trip along the West Coast. That day, we stopped for lunch in a small town because my mom needed new sunglasses. We decided to drive by a nearby Target, and as we did, we passed a cemetery. In the cemetery, there was an older groundskeeper holding a weed whacker, and he was dressed head to toe in gray. He made eye contact and waved to us, which my mom and I found strange. We looked behind us to see if he did this to anyone else, but he wasn't doing anything. We drove by the cemetery multiple times that day, and we never saw him again. It's very unlikely that he ran away from us because, one, he would have had no reason to do so, and two, he looked around 75 or 80 years old. Both Mom and I insisted we saw a ghost that day. Hey, and it looks like the picture of the cemetery I used this morning. I like it. Number 23. So let's see if they saved the best for last. I'm kind of curious. Finally, I had never heard of a space rather than a building being haunted, but I found I have experienced this. In junior high school, I often went to my friend's house after school so we could do our homework together. The house faced a busy state highway. When you entered the house, you faced the hall, which contained a stairway with a closet under the upper portion of the stairs. At first, we did our homework in the living room just off the hallway until we noticed that the closet door would randomly open and close without anybody near it. We found a Harry Potter.
It sounds like the pocket door at your parents' house.
Yeah.
Set a timer for 4 minutes.
My friend's mother told us it was due to the vibrations of the heavy trucks on the highway, but after a few months, we got to the psychic section of a general science textbook and realized that the door should only swing one way if it were being caused by the trucks, which is to the lowest point. In other words, it should either swing open and stay open or swing shut and stay shut, not go both ways.
Yeah, you said but go both ways.
Which was what we had repeatedly observed. This freaked me out so much that I stopped going to her house after school, and she said she no longer stayed alone in her living room. Fast forward, and I'm grown and married. My friend's house was torn down and being on one of the town's main roads. My father and brother bought the lot and built an office building for our family's business on it. My husband was also a partner and brought me into the secretarial work since I knew the filing system from having helped my dad's secretary when I was a child. I felt uncomfortable working alone in the evenings or over the weekends, as if someone or something was in the building. I was not the only one to feel this way. Another secretary told me she hated being the first one in the office in the mornings because of the sounds, and that she had even gone so far as to go room by room, scissors in hand as a weapon, to try and find whoever was there. One of the men, a former Marine, who worked there, reported hearing sounds on a Saturday morning. There was unexplainable cold spots that moved through the building, and the feeling of a presence completely with the sensation of being watched by ghostly white eyeballs.
Excuse me while I go kill your co-host.
Okay. In the darkened front office that was directly over where the understairs closet had been. Some of the scariest experiences are as followed. One day, my computer printer suddenly switched on and printed out a telephone number. No, I did not call it. Followed by a page of gibberish. Another time, I heard a filing cabinet on the other side of the office slam shut. The filing cabinet had a lever just pressed in order to open it. When I tried to immediately hear it slammed, I required opening the door about a foot to replicate the loudness of the sound. Another time, I repeatedly heard the alarm that was triggered whenever someone opened the front door. Although the front door was securely locked the whole time. Perhaps the most frightening thing occurred when the suspended ceiling in my office ceiling in my office was being replaced. I could see directly up into the cross beams that supported the roof. I was finishing up typing when I heard footsteps going from beam to beam. Headed towards me from the front office, I stopped and looked up to see whatever was coming, and I admit I had my own pair of scissors in hand as a makeshift weapon. The footsteps passed directly overhead and stopped. As calmly as I could, I said, "I've just finished up. I am leaving now." I turned off the typewriter and practically ran to get out the back door, as I had the feeling that something was swooping after me. The family business closed down after my husband retired, and the building was sold and remodeled into a medical office. I wonder if the new owners have experienced anything, but I've never dared to ask.
Definitely interesting.
So you go from a family business to a medical office in the same building that you have paranormal activity. Fucking A!
Yeah, buddy.
Ghost doctor.
Ghost doctor.
Ghost gynecologist.
Ghost gynecologist.
Jesus, don't give me more ideas, please. Some of those were good.
Yeah, some of these are pretty good.
Well, that's all I got.
So
I
you
mean,
got
it was only 23 on the list. I thought a couple of them were really good. Something different. I mean, we always want like talk about states and stuff, and that list was actually updated in May of this year, so it was only
Okay.
about 3 months old.
Yeah.
So I mean, other than that, I really didn't have much planned for this evening.
No, but sometimes that's okay. You know, we do what we can when we can. You know, you had a huge show yesterday, and
Yeah, almost another 3-hour show.
exactly that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like, you know,
That should come down a little bit in a couple of weeks because of the bye weeks and all that. You won't have as much to do.
right?
It's juicy.
I'm not complaining, saying I'm doing too much.
You know, I mean, you are working very hard. This show is your baby.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. You can feel it. You don't know, my love. We're singing in the God of the Vita in the kitchen.
Yeah. I was gonna say kumbaya.
No, I don't think we're gonna get kumbaya.
I know he was putting in chat earlier, he was trying to summon Dorothy.
No, but you might get what I put up for you the other night. You know, the whole fuck me like a turtle.
Fuck me like a turtle.
Yeah, John, you're doing an amazing job. We appreciate you. It's not just me, Gary. I gotta say, everybody else who does help with the basement show is doing a phenomenal job. So,
Basement joke.
Basement Joe.
Ooh, this has got a really
like I always tell people, there's no I in team, but there's a me.
Somebody was detected at your front door.
better than being at your back door.
Probably fucking stalker. Because he has nothing else better to do with his fucking life but drive me fucking nuts.
Did you leave the light on inside?
Did he ever say anything about the other thing?
No,
Next,
no, Tristan and I were talking about new ideas today.
I came up with an idea.
I mean, considering you, I'm not gonna say it on the show.
Stephanie told Spawn said we shouldn't. Hi, Brokey. Spawn said we shouldn't do anything because it's really gonna fuck them up.
You would think that would fuck him up. I mean, he smoked a cigarette out of someone's ass.
So I have another idea.
Oh boy.
So we kind of go through a little something,
Something.
and take a little bit of something,
Specimen, as Stephanie called it,
specimen,
because Stephanie had a meltdown when you told her.
and we put that on the cigarette butt end, and then we dry it, and then put it out there.
It has to be yours, not mine.
I mean, think about it. It would be, definitely, that whole slimy yet satisfying. It would be salty with a little bit of grim.
No.
Yes.
Remind me of what I did a couple years back.
The question is, how much are you chewing back the chunks right now?
Well, since I haven't eaten at 1 o'clock this afternoon, I don't have much in my stomach today, thankfully.
Bark, bark,
Bark, bark.
Only a couple tacos. Got
bark,
it.
bark, bark.
That's the nasty bark.
Raya, enough.
That's the nasty bark.
She probably thinks you're hurting her.
No, she's at the door wigging out again. As usual. Right, enough, Mama.
Alexa, how much time left on the timer?
Enough
But
or
you-
you're going home.
Home? I am home.
Well, Freya gonna go home if she doesn't calm her ass down.
Ray's gonna go home if she don't learn her shit in the fucking bedroom.
Yeah, I appreciate the comment, but is everybody here at the basement show, not just me. I mean, always trying to find new ways to entertain everybody who does tune into the shows because you guys make these shows go.
You make these shows possible.
Well, they do. If you honestly really think about it, they do.
I know they do.
At least it's not for making the shows palatable.
And I was talking about him earlier. We almost, I wouldn't say we almost left being live, but we almost left the platform we were on.
Yeah.
They kind of suckered me to stay for another 6 months.
Are we done?
So hopefully this video will save tonight. I mean, fingers crossed. Because if not, like I said, we can always just download them and re-upload them if we have to.
Yep.
This thing here's dropping.
I hear you.
Well, you're back on tomorrow night, right? We're doing the Wives of Grimm tomorrow night.
We are doing the Wives of Grimm tomorrow night. Yeah, provided. I know it will be me and Mama D. We'll see how the Crimson Phoenix is feeling tomorrow. I'm not going to make her do a show if she's not feeling up to it. And we got to see how Ladybug is. As we've always said, family first.
You could have another wife one.
Huh?
You could have a special guest wife.
A special guest wife? Which
Yeah, you could do. You could do. I know exactly who he's thinking.
Yeah, I'm like thinking.
Does it start with a G?
Yes.
Yeah,
What?
not with everything that's going on at that. The last thing I need to see is her mother walk across the fucking screen fucking naked. We would lose every fucking viewer we had because they'd all be fucking mortified.
Oh no, we'd get banned.
We'd probably get banned, yeah.
All right, well, that's it. Me and you gotta do some midnight oil funding tonight. We're gonna build the website tonight. Then we can get banned.
Tonight?
That way we can't get banned the more that happens.
Oh no, the real trouble possibly is coming next week.
Yeah. Grimm's return is probably going to be the troublesome one.
Alexa, stop.
Because we talked to a certain Basement Show fan today who hasn't been on lately either. And then I have something in the works for Ladies Night.
Is that certain somebody, the one that you were talking about joining you?
Yes.
Oh, so
I did.
now she's gonna start shit. Okay.
I did talk to her earlier today.
Yeah, you hung up with me to talk to her.
Yes, I did.
I felt insulted.
You felt insulted?
Yep.
Sorry.
She can't even stop in the show to say hi to me anymore, but she'll call you about it.
She said she bought that out. Hasn't been on Facebook. And the
Yeah.
only reason I talked to her was because I called her about, what I put in chat, the private chat. So I called her to tell her about that. And then I was on the phone with her while Darth was on. And she had me telling Darth a bunch of shit. So he knew I was talking to her.
Speaking of doors, let's have some fun. Want to have some fun?
Let's go.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to get full room beef off the grill first.
We're gonna have some fun.
All right. Probably should have full beef.
You think so?
Because I will never let you name again. With that being said, guys, till next time, I will check you later. Hey,
Oh, you bastard! He just ended his show. He got a hold tonight. I'm shocked.
I knew he was having problems earlier.
He'll jump in my chat in a second. He'll probably jump over here. He has a couple of viewers, I think, maybe. Now he just read the last comment as he's closing out of the system. Let's see if he jumps over. The funny thing is, too, since I can actually pull this up, I can pull up a football game on Twitch, too.
Yep.
I tried. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer.
I am here. I'm just trying to
I know, you're good.
check dinner. Because we tried something new on the Blackstone tonight, so
165. 165. That's weird. It ended history and we went over mine. Look, now it says Darth is reading you with a party of 2. Darth! There he is. What's up, you fucker? You ruined my epic surprise. I was gonna broadcast your stream on mine. And I'm pretty much done what I was doing for the night. I was gonna do this. I had pulled you up. And I had Twitch open like this. Wow, that's a lot of windows in one shot. I appreciate it. No, I mean, I gave you. Grim had mentioned you in the beginning of our show tonight, so I gave you a nice shout out. So if you go back and watch the beginning of the show, I actually gave you praise tonight. Grim can tell you I was actually nice, somewhat.
For a change.
For a change. What the hell kind
You're
of
so
shit
mean
is
to
that?
Darth.
Huh?
You are so mean to Darth.
I am not mean to Darth. Darth is my brother. He's family. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Not I.
A
Rick,
bullshit?
you in trouble? You can turn it off.
What? No trouble? Is that what you said? I hear
I
that
never
right?
get anybody in trouble.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Person I've gotten in trouble.
You got me in trouble just now.
How did I get you in trouble? It's
Saying
not
I
my
treat-
fault that you pick on Darth.
He picks on me.
I've never seen that, sir. I have never seen how much. I have never seen him pick on you. I'm
That
sorry.
is bullshit, and you know it.
And bullshit?
I have never seen that.
How
When I
much?
was at-
How much to Super Wedgie, Mr. Nab? And Darth, thank you for calling me out on your show.
$1. $1 super wedgie, like flagpole style.
I already had that in my life, and it sucks. I'm so scared of it. Miss Grim, don't you start. I know you remember. Don't start. Don't do it.
Time.
Nope.
Yeah, forklift would work, or fire a ladder truck.
Come on, man. What the fuck? Who's even saying Kevin's not?
This is, and it will be recorded. This is the bungee cord wedgie.
So much for not picking on me. What do I do to deserve this?
I don't know. You're the host.
Yeah, and I'm also the creator. I can end this shit whenever I want. Like Darth said in his stream earlier, the man child being a man child. I'll do this. I will do this. He actually has a good idea with this one. Can we make this one happen?
What one? 10,000, Mr. Nass will bungee jump. Wait, I can't see it. Okay,
He's saying 10?
see the screen.
I'm trying. Give me a.
Oh, I like that one.
I want to do that. Can we do
Make
it?
that happen.
I want to do it.
He'd do it anyway.
That's my last.
Or
That's my last of my trifecta to do.
let's see. Let's see. What else could we do?
His eyes are old.
Ah, for $10, Mr. Nass will go running into ice water with a banana hammock on.
I already done that in my life too.
With a banana hammock,
Something like that.
you know, with an ass cutter. Because you got to think, banana hammock, we're going like G-string dial.
Yeah, but I'll do the bungee jumping, no problem. Because like I said, that's the last thing
Oh,
I have to do on my list.
G-string bungee cannon shot. So like we get like a big like we'll get a bunch of like tie down clips and we'll pull them back and we'll shoot you across with the underwear
Interesting.
or Tarzan swing with the bungee cord attached to you.
For $5,000, he'll swim with great weights. That sounds cool.
With or without the cage?
No, I mean,
Because just remember, Mama Tina will fuck my ass up.
Mr. Nass will go swimming with great white sharks with a meat necklace.
Y'all are going to get me killed by Mom.
the bungee jumping can happen because, like I said, I just pulled this up. I mean, all right, y'all, I'm out. Have a good show. Darth,
Have a good one, Darth.
Better.
thank you for popping in. Congrats again to you becoming an affiliate. That is awesome news. Let's see if I can.
Ooh, what's up, Don? Hello there.
My skydiving video. Gary still he'll remember this.
Skydiving. It's great to see idea with that.
Fast forward this a little bit. Everyone can see I was sick and I didn't throw up. I got really green in the face.
It looks cool, but
And I just don't see the point of jumping out of a perfectly good airplane.
For shits and giggles. Fun. Well, I believe this was like 5 years ago already. Not more. But I'll just fast forward to the very end.
try it. I don't like flying to begin with. If I was invented to fly, I would have wings on my face.
Look at my face real quick on the ground.
Yeah, you look a little pale though.
Hey, right?
Lifetime? Yeah. We did again?
Like I said, if Gary's in chat, he was with me that day.
Is that
Wait, let's have a
only
video
get to
too.
jump once, or do you get to go again?
It's one jump. But in the state of New Jersey, it is required if you want to do skydiving, you have to have your tandem license and you have to do 5 jumps with somebody on your back before you can do it by yourself.
Ah,
Yep. Let's see. Gary, I'm going to pull up your Facebook real quick. But I'm not going to share it on screen so I can find it. Like I said, I think Gary has a video of it too. Let's see. I am not jumping again. You guys are more than welcome to. I'm not. One and done for me, sir. I found it. Gary, do I have permission to pull your video up? Like I said, that delay. Let's see. Put in chat. That's good. So like I said, it's his personal video, so I don't know if he wants me to show it or not. Oh, cool. He says yes. I just wanted to make sure because, like I said, this is Not my video. This is the Gary's view of it. But we all went together, which was kind of cool.
Yep, nope, I'm too much of a chicken shit, not happening.
All right. What are we doing here today?
We're jumping.
Jumping out of an airplane?
Jumping an airplane.
Does that seem like a good idea to you?
It's definitely a great idea. It's one of my bucket lists.
Yeah, well,
many.
we're going to do it.
We're gonna
do
do
it with
it.
some style. today.
Definitely. All we got to do is get rid of these clouds a little bit so we can see.
Yeah, I think it's starting
But
to
we're
break up a
gonna
little
do it.
bit.
This is it.
And who'd you bring along with you today?
I'm going with Shannon, my friend Shannon.
What's up? How you doing?
John
John over here.
and Nick.
We got Nick over there.
Yeah, Nick, we suited up.
Yeah, just a bunch of crazy people ready to jump out of an airplane.
All my work family.
Awesome, very cool.
Definitely.
So you got anything you want to tell your friends and family before you scout out today?
It was nice knowing everybody.
Harry!
Hey, big old high five. Let's have
Definitely.
some fun. All right, here we are at the end of the runway. Are you ready to go?
I'm so ready. So ready.
He was actually last
Smaller.
Alexa,
Yeah, get it higher.
it's the only way you'd get me on the plane is being high.
All right, Shannon, we'll give you a front row view. Give that guy a pound. You're next, man.
All right. You guys want to see how Superman flies?
Yeah!
He was on
Brad, shut up.
No, he wasn't. We got lucky. He even do a forward play. Yeah, well, yeah. I had to do a full rotation. He just jumped out. Ghost says I would have yelled. I have to pee. It just kept me just before I went to do it.
Yeah, that is something Grim would have done.
I can see that.
No,
Look at my. Yeah, you're enjoying life, my friend. Boy, I got a shit.
yeah. His nerves would kick in, and yeah, he'd probably shit himself.
I mean, if I remember correctly, that day you jumped from 15,000 feet. And on a clear day, if you look where the clouds are, we were in North Jersey, you can actually see New York City on a clear day.
That's awesome.
And he says, really? I think he's mad.
Yeah, his nerves would get the best of him. Like he said, he doesn't fly. Like, we found an awesome house in fucking Germany, and I was like, look, babe, you could have your own castle and be in your homeland. And he's like, how are we going to get everything there? I said, airplane? He goes, absolutely fucking not. And I went, okay, that's out of the question. Because my husband is a chicken shit and will not fly.
Yeah, and he says that in chat. I don't like to fly.
Yep.
What was the name of that place? Because there's a couple of different places I found that you can still do bungee jumping. I want to jump again so bad before I forget the memory. We'll get you there, Gary.
I haven't bungee jumped. I've done cliff diving. I would do, if I knew I could do it safely without getting hurt, I would do it again. But with all my medical issues, I guarantee the doctors are going to forbid me from doing it. So.
See if I can pull this up real quick. Because this is the one place I found down in Kentucky. It's called Bungee Jump Vertigo. And it's over an old train bridge.
There you go.
Yeah, it's on video that they uploaded. So, yeah, we didn't get it. Only about $150 to do.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. My sister and my dad were talking about doing it for a long time.
I think they said this one in Kentucky is the equivalent of 28 stories up.
Okay.
I can skip this part. Let's see. I'll pay 10,000 for John to jump. Bungee jump, okay. I mean, this just looks fun. Yeah, I want to fly as much as I want to have another nuclear accident again. I mean, I mean, it means it is kind of creepy when you look down. All you see is water.
Yeah.
That's why. Let me see if I can find this one real quick.
Honey, your meat timer went off, and I'm cutting a piece of it to try it.
I fly once, bad experience. I hear you. The canyon swing. Here we go. You want to talk about something that make it? I remember when we landed, John. You feel? Oh, absolutely. I remember. It was bad. I remember. So here you go. I don't know how much it is. I can play without getting nailed, but don't let your meatloaf dust back. So this is Queenstown, New Zealand. It's called the chair swing. 109 meters high, 60-meter free fall.
Yeah, you can get right away. I was just gonna say, you get
This bitch ain't even strapped in yet. To Chicago? I mean, it's not that bad of a flight. But... Let me fast forward this real quick. So they basically strap you down to a folding chair.
What do I do with my legs?
And then it's just
Oh my god!
wild because you swing into a canyon.
Oh my god!
Mac just got home. Welcome home, Heather.
Hi, Mama. How's Ladybug?
Oh, you can go. Turn it down a little bit.
Honey, your meat's a little salty.
It was the landing point. Okay, I mean, landings can be rough.
Look up.
Come on, just drop already.
Always two skins each time.
Algae connectivitis.
Oh God, she's got allergy-related pink eye. Oh,
That's
not
a fun.
fun. Kopi used to get it all the time.
Is it,
Did they tell you to take? My best opinion, honestly, is to go to Walmart and get Zyrtec. I swear by it for kids. All right, just kick her off the damn landing already.
anyway, yeah, right. Should be coming soon. I'll fast forward the point. Let's go. Like I said, you strap basically to a folding chair. And look, you can see how high, like, steep the drop is.
You go bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
And then now they're doing a replay of it. I mean, that's just fuck. Why does it sound like cheese porn music? I don't know. It's a video off YouTube.
That's what.
I mean, I would probably try this. The fucked up crazy part is you only really held down by that strap over your leg. And then you have to roll, but boy, I mean, you only live once, okay? That's how I look at you. I mean, when it comes to extreme sports, like it's the type of shit that like you want to do as a kid. I'm the dumb crazy moron who jumped off train bridges and stuff as a kid. And she's just sitting there.
Yeah, well, I'm not going there. I mean, I'm the one that jumped off the train bridge next to the Betsy Ross Bridge into the fucking Delaware.
I like heights, but no problem. But it's always a but. Well, how did you missed it? You have to go back and rewatch it. I did do. I pulled up my skydiving video, and Mr. Kevin Peaks in chat. Look at this.
How Peaks, are you home?
Watch your language. Who, me or who? Is he coming in my chat telling me to watch my language?
Probably, because I know he's not yelling at me.
I didn't know I had a chat moderator.
You never know.
I mean, if we hit the 1,000 mark on Facebook, we can. Who? Haha, just kidding.
Raya!
So he's telling you.
Here.
So he's telling you to watch your mouth.
Yeah, listen, sir. Can watch it.
Fuck that shit.
Your wife hasn't talked to you yet, or she did, and she just hasn't told me yet.
We're home, but at the diner, I log in and hear the F-bomb dropping. Like, what the fuck? Freya!
Freya and Luna want to see Uncle Kevin?
Kevin wants that, huh? Kev, listen very closely. This one's for you. He's probably sitting at the diner like, oh my god.
Luna, they're not here, baby.
No. Now you got him excited. Way to go.
No, when I was on the phone with Morgan earlier, she called him, and he did the whistle, and they all started. Well, Freya was in the middle of chasing her tail, and she stopped dead to rights and was like, huh? Where are you?
So I know it's off topic and not tonight, but happy Tajon Walker Day. Oh, don't. I mean, I know they lost tonight. They're so close to clinching that goddamn division. I just don't know why they can't do it today. This is me off. But Miss Grimm doesn't talk sports.
Do sports.
And I think Mr. just sent me an attachment on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't do sports. It doesn't. I mean, I played soccer for years, and I will watch it every so often. But
Oh, man, he just sent me a TikTok. Oh my God, not this one again. No. Grim, why you do this to me?
what did he send you?
Oh, if the animals turtle, you can come inside me, it's okay.
Probably because Kev's at the diner. That's probably why I sent it to him.
Yeah, that's right. Relax, it's time. Melt your imperfect body and mind.
I'll have to replay it for now.
Fuck me like an animal, if the animal's turtle. You can come inside me, it's okay. I'm infertile. Yeah, that's right.
The shit we do on this show now.
Relax, it's time. Melt your imperfect body and mind.
Oh, God.
See, the problem is this is what me and Mama D always, like, we do this all day fucking long. Like, we send each other the most outrageous fucking shit just so we go, what the fuck?
Kev says, sorry, baseball is my sport. Ha 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 ha.
Grim, get in here and come cut your meat.
And yes, Kev, we all know that baseball is your sport. You do play in 2 leagues, which I could play at least one, keep myself busy and in shape, but no. Now what's this one? Hold on. I might have to replay this one too, but let's see. He's outside sending me TikToks now. Thanks, Grim.
No, he doesn't get his ass in here. So that's gonna get cold.
So my brother-in-law bought this for my husband. It's a poop knife. You're supposed to cut up your poop with it so it doesn't clog the toilet because my husband clogs the toilet all the time and it's annoying. But it doesn't come with any instructions, okay? It literally just comes with the orange poop knife, the blue poop knife, and then like a travel baggie. I guess when you need your poop knife on the go, you can have like a sanitary way to carry it around with you, okay? I'm going to demonstrate how I think it's supposed to be used. I think you're supposed to multitask, okay? So as you're taking a shit, you're cutting that bitch as it comes out, just like right at the source, right at the base. And this thing is silicone, okay? There's no sharp edges. If you're a little clogged up, shove that bitch up there, swish it around a little bit, and it'll come out. Multitasking, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Don't clog your toilet and unclog your asshole. Now, my brother-in-law, Dustin, thinks that you're supposed to shit and then get in the toilet and cut up your poopy like it's some sushi. Just couldn't catch me dead doing that, hunched over the toilet like a gremlin. No, I wouldn't do that. Get it at the base, okay? Let me know your opinions.
Have you heard of it?
Oh my God.
And this is what happens in my house on a daily fucking basis.
Oh my Lord.
But you know, it wouldn't be Grim if he didn't pull the shit.
That is true.
Life, you have to admit, and I hate admitting it, life would be boring without the Reverend.
Yeah, no, we don't have the shit we have. That's a pun. You're welcome. She called the shit poop, and Heather agrees.
Agree what? That life would be boring without the Grim?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, you guys only have to deal with him for a short time. I mean, unless Mr. Nass is here, and then Mr. Nass sees, you know.
I've seen it for the last 18 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've been around long enough to know the psychotic craziness that is my husband.
Yeah. And you sometimes accuse me of antagonizing what he does.
Sometimes.
And just think what happens when I return halfway next week. That is true. 2 or 3 weeks to get material in his head. Oh shit.
Yeah, I may move to Mexico when this happens. My name will become Pablo, and I will make tequila at the border.
Yeah, I might take a vacation too.
You gonna go to Mexico with me and make tequila?
I'll make the taco.
Okay, I do the tequila, you do the taco.
Okay. Antagonizer. Who? Me or who? Wait, who's antagonizing who?
Not me, I'm innocent.
C. Here, just writes the letter C.
I don't know what anybody's talking about. I'm the innocent one here.
Oh, I'm the antagonizer. She said that. What? I'm the golden child of the group. I'm the one.
You're the man-child!
You keep it up. I'm making you end this show.
Not
Shannon,
my sister.
Wait. Now she's saying Shannon would never.
Her loyalty will always be to me, Boo. Will always be to me.
2 nights in a row, I don't want to finish my own show.
I'm waiting for Grim to jump on and start, trying to defend you. Because I know it's coming.
No, he said bullshit when I said I never caused trouble. I'm just hurt.
No, stop it.
Mr.
All right,
Nash,
I'm putting the food in the microwave until you get your ass in here.
nope, on his own.
If I leave it on the stove, the dogs are going to get it. Well,
Nope.
Freya will take it off the stove, and then Luna will eat it.
Well, he said he's not jumping in. I'm on my own. Is a man-child the same as a boy in a man's body? Pretty much.
Yeah, more or less.
That's a nice way of putting it, Gary.
And my husband locked in the silverware because he's a douche canoe.
But it's been nice, everybody. Mr. Nass is officially leaving the basement show. I am taking a hiatus because nobody likes me anymore.
He's so full of shit aside around.
What?
I quit.
Nobody loves him.
Nobody wants me around anymore. I won't be on anymore. The hell to do?
What, hon?
When I return next week, who's it going to be?
My eyes are actually hazel, so put brown.
Is it going to be the evil one?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's really good. The potatoes count. I had to go for it. No, I've already sliced it down.
So you just push me full of shit. God damn it, Heather. You thought we were friends.
Hold on, I'll come back to your computer and read. Potatoes are so good. All right, Mr. Nance, I love you dearly, but I'm gonna go eat my dinner because it's 20 after 10 at night and we're just eating dinner. You're awfully quiet, sir. Why are you being quiet?
Because I'm finding something.
All you ever talk about is being a pro hockey player, but there's a problem. You're not any good.
I am good. You know what? You're a lousy kindergarten teacher. I've seen those finger paintings you bring home and they suck.
Go enjoy your dinner. I had to do that. Since this is my last show, I gotta go out with a bang.
Go out with bang.
Yep. Take the basement show with me. Copyright left and right.
Okay.
Who's excited for Happy Gilmore too? I'm actually surprised that the Grims didn't say nothing to me. They were down in that neck of the woods yesterday. You didn't hear about that?
No.
They were filming down in Washington Township.
Um,
Actually, let me see if I can pull up the post. What area was that precisely? Yeah, if you want to jump, Sean, you're good.
go get one of your juices out of the fridge. All right, guys. Love yous.
Yeah, because here, I'll pull this up real quick. This is from the Washington Township Police Department. On Tuesday, Netflix Productions was in town to film Happy Gilmore 2. We thank everyone for their patience and cooperation with the on-the-road closures and look forward to seeing Washington Township in the big screen. So, I mean, I'm kind of curious to see where they're at in Washington Township. So, I thought that was pretty cool. I came across that tonight. They were actually, let's see, hold on. East Avenue between Route 46 and Mountain Avenue. So pretty cool that you have a fling of South Jersey in a movie. I'm intrigued, but Adam Sandler isn't the same anymore. Well, he's getting older, Heather. What do you expect? He's getting older. On that note, Fire Training Camp started today. There you go. Love him, but 90s Adam's more. Well, yeah, his 90s movies were definitely more out of control than they are nowadays. He has released a couple good, serious movies in the last couple of years. Uncut Gems was really good. Hustle. I like the one he did with Don Chanidi, Reign Over Me. But his comedy movies were his bread and butter. So, like you said, the 90s. So, not sure where that is offhand. I'm not neither. I can see if I can pull it up real quick. I'll look on another screen. Let's see. Google. 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's just it. A lot of these actors are getting older, and it sucks. East Ave, Washington Township. Let's close that out. To answer Grimm's question, looks like it's down by like Hackensack, Hackenstown High School. So it's up North Jersey. I'm sorry. So it's not the Washington Township down by us. This was up more north. So North Jersey is going to be in the movie, which I figured because that's where they did the casting call at. I'm back for a little. Welcome back, Troy. We're just hanging out, chit-chatting for a little bit. Just hanging out. I like his funny stuff, but I think his serious stuff got better. It has. I definitely would agree with that. The last couple of movies that he did do, like I said, the Uncut Gems one was really good. And then the movie Hustle, where he is a basketball scout for the Sixers, was pretty good. So, I mean, some of his serious stuff has gotten better than it was. Reign Over Me, I have that movie, and that is a great movie. Him and Don Shahidi were great in that. If you haven't watched that one with Adam Sandler, it's different than what you're used to seeing with him, but it tells a very good story. So, I mean, that's a good watch. And it's based off around 9/11, actually. Let's see if I can, hold on. I don't know how long the trailer is for that. Let's see. YouTube. Let's see. What do you say, sir? Do we take a chance and pull this trailer in, or no? I mean, we already did a bunch of different YouTube stuff tonight, so I might get hit anyway. Alright, so for those still in chat, since we were talking about Adam Sandler, this is the movie You Only Live Once. Yeah, absolutely. That Grimm had mentioned. This is a movie called Reign Over Me. It stars Adam Sandler and Don Shahidi, which came out 2007. So it's roughly about 20 years old, but it's a good watch. And here's the actual movie trailer for it.
Oh, hey, Charlie! Charlie!
I ran into Charlie Fireman today.
Really? Hey, Charlie, it's Alan, man. We know each other?
Who's Charlie Fireman, Daddy?
He was my college roommate. I haven't talked to him in a long time.
We were college roommates? Yeah, you slept naked most nights. And you were a sleepwalker. It was the worst 2 years of my life.
He lost his whole family.
His family was on the plane that went into the World Trade Center.
He's lost now.
Charlie Fineman for Dr. Johnson.
You don't have an appointment, sir?
Oh, we're friends. We were college roommates.
And?
I used to sleep in the nude.
I don't play guitar, Charlie.
Johnson, you're barely a dentist. You pull people's teeth all day. It don't matter.
You stay out all night? That's not okay.
I was stuck in Charlie world. I couldn't leave.
Come on now, stab his wing.
What's going on, Charlie?
Let's hang out.
Right now?
Yeah, wake up. Come on. Can he go out? Is he allowed out?
Don't do that. Don't ask my wife permission for me to go out.
You're right. Can you go out?
Charlie, boss!
A lot of girls here, Charlie.
What?
You're single now after what happened with your family and everything.
Oh, whoa, hey. Who sent you here?
He likes you, Ellen. You know why? Because you know nothing about his family. So he figures you won't ask any questions.
I have these things that I don't like to think about. I gotta put these back home. Only love.
It's easy to see that this man is going through something very profound.
You're no good husband, Alan. You remind me of me. Only love.
Like I said, a very good movie. If you never watched it, I would recommend at least checking it out at least once. Definitely a good watch. It definitely is a really truly solid movie, Kev. I mean, put that on to watch. I would. I definitely would. Like I said, if you know about 9/11 and stuff like that, it all correlates together. So it's definitely a good one. And that song was covered by Pearl Jam, yes. I actually have it on my playlist. It's a really good song, too. So, I mean, great movie, touching story. It's a different type of Adam Sandler movie. That is for sure. Why is my Facebook buckling so much tonight? So I just seen a message real quick. What's that? 2.5 hour mark. I think we're gonna start wrapping things up for tonight. We have a couple commercials to cover real quick. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight and so forth. It's good to see this many people in chat. We like to have it more often. I mean, I know everybody has lives. I mean, they get busy. If I had lost Shannon Walls along with the kids, that would have been me. I mean, and Grim, the sad part is it's probably true. I mean, it's sad. I mean, but let's not think about that. You have Shannon now. I mean, it's very sad to actually think about that, and I don't want to think about that. So, I mean, yeah, I just don't know what to say about that. That just kind of hurt. Sorry. But like I said, I'm sort of having to show up a little bit. 2.5 hours just go by quick. And we do have a couple quick commercials to run. So real quick, I'm going to breeze through these so we can have to show up. The first one we're going to do is Horns Customs. This is a business that was started by Mrs. and Mr. Grimm. They always say, if you can think it, they can make it. So please don't go anywhere. We will have an updated Horns Customs commercial very soon. But it's all right. It's just something I don't want to think about. I mean, it sucks enough losing Adrian Hope, and then if she would have had it, would have even more. So let me run this commercial, get myself back together, and I will be right back. And there you have that is Holden Customs. Like you see across scrolling across the bottom, you can find it on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Mr. and Miss going to do a wonderful job. You can get tumblers, t-shirts, hoodies. You can get all your Basement Show merch. Anything you can think of, they can make it. So, I mean, it's an awesome concept that they have come up with. So please feel free to check them out. As I get some heart from Kev. Thank you, Kev. I mean, I didn't mean to get upset like that. Again, I am very sorry that people see emotion like that out of me, but this comment just hit really hard. Have a good night, you guys too. Kev, I will talk to you guys soon. Thank you for hanging out with us for a little bit tonight. Kevin and Morgan, it's always good to see you guys in chat. Stephanie's back. My feet are so cold, my toes turned purple. That's not good, Spawn. You might want to put something on to warm them up. So that was the first 3 commercials we have real quick. The second one we have helped spread a very strong message here on the Basement Show, as well as every other show talks about this month. It is National Suicide Prevention Month, the month of September. Goonies is a horrible movie. You know what? We're not going to talk about that, but I know what you're trying to do. Let them cook these nuts next door. I put on socks because I have my AC on 65. Well, there's your reason. The air temperature is only 69 and it's 65 in your apartment. Like, I mean, come on. Say more. You know that wasn't me. I know who it was, but we do have something working in the near future that I will touch base on coming soon. So I've been working on something that might be very epic. I don't want to share it just yet, but something's coming. And I will explain that at a later date. But our second commercial, as you see showing across the bottom, is a Suicide and Crisis Lifeline number 988. I made this commercial in honor of National Suicide Prevention Month to help build awareness for those who are in need. So if you don't mind, stick with me. This commercial does hit very hard to some people, so please watch it, and we'll be right back. And there you have it. That is the suicide awareness commercial that we have made special for this month to help raise awareness and help us teach people to know what warning signs to look for in people's time of need. Soon I'll be turning the AC up to 70 once it gets cold out, but I don't like sleeping hot. Plus, I like the noise of the AC. Without my AC on, it's too quiet and I don't like it. I don't blame you. I mean, I live by myself, obviously, and I have the one window fan going. I have one fan next to me on my nightstand, and then I have a third fan going on my floor. So there's always constantly some type of noise in my room. Plus, I like to sleep with music on. That helps me actually somewhat get into a deep sleep, even if it is for a couple hours. Because, like last night, I think I was up till about 3 o'clock in the morning. I was back up at 7, felt fine. I mean, I've been that way for years. I don't need much sleep. My body only shuts down, I think, maybe 2 hours a night. It's weird. But some people just don't need that lot of sleep. But I do have noise on 24/7 because when you live in a house by yourself, it does get lonely, A, and B, it does get too quiet. So I get that. I run the AC all year round. I know you do. Unfortunately, those who know my central area doesn't work. So I've been just running fans all summer. And my house is, I think, 74 degrees right now. It's comfortable. I'm happy. Saying I sleep 5 hours. Now, out of that 5 hours that you say you sleep, Gary, you got to honestly think, how many hours are you actually in a deep sleep for? Like where you hear nothing. Well, the next thing you know, you roll over and you're awake. Fans never stop. Mine don't either. The only one that I turn off is the one down here in the studio. Because no one's down here. Why keep it running? Other than that, the ones in my living room constantly run, and the ones in my bedroom. So, you got that. And then our last one that we run every night now is our show lineup. As you can also see running across the bottom. If I get 4 hours a night, it's a great night. Yeah. Well, you have that bed that tells you how you sleep. I don't. I personally know I only sleep maybe at deep sleep 2 hours a night. So, I mean, it depends. Yeah, I run my room AC all year round too. I say I get about 6.5 hours of sleep if I'm lucky. But like I said, people say, "Oh, I sleep 5 hours. I sleep maybe 4 hours. I sleep 6.5." You gotta honestly think though, how many hours a night are you actually asleep? Because you may be laying in bed like this, but like I could still have a coherent conversation like this. Miss Grimm can tell you, like we went for Grimm's operation the other day, and I was like this in the backseat of the recorder, like I was eyes closed, and you would think I was asleep, but no, I was able to hold a full conversation. So you honestly gotta think, how many hours a night are you actually in that deep sleep for? Because it might actually surprise you to find out how long your body actually shuts down for. I mean, that's the wrong way to put it. Like, how many hours a night do you actually get that deep sleep where, like, you disappear? Like, you don't hear nothing, nothing can wake you up, and so forth. I know me, living on my own, I'm lucky if I can do that for about 2 hours a night. I may be in bed for 6-7 hours, but I think I'm only physically asleep for about 2 hours. Because every little noise wakes me up. So just something to think about when you say, "Oh, if I get 4 hours a night, or I get 5 hours, 6.5, how many hours a night are you actually asleep for? Where there's nothing but quiet." And I just got a photo from Grim real quick. Let me look at this real quick. 1 second. Yeah, see, let me see. Hold on. Grim, can I pull this picture up? Is it okay if I like pull this picture up to explain it a little bit? Nobody take this the wrong way, but you're sleeping when you're dead. No, Gary, I mean, that's a very true thing. Okay, so this is the picture Grim just sent to me, and I will make this as big as I can. Okay, so pull this up real quick. So the Grims have a special type of bed that allows you to see how you sleep on a nightly basis. Now, I'm actually kind of jealous. I don't have this. So his 30-day average is a 60, and his all-time best is a 96. So this bed scores you on how long you're asleep for. It gives you different temperatures and stuff like that. Okay, after putting radio on the bus, I fell back asleep, but now it's messing me up because I'm not tired normally by 11:30, and I'm ready to sleep. And that's the problem. You have to keep yourself busy. You gotta get that fine-tuned schedule going so you don't mess up that schedule. Because the second you mess up that sleep schedule, it throws you off. That's why I always tell people, if you're working the overnight hours, it actually throws you completely off. Because now you're up when people are sleeping, but then you sleep when people are working. So that's why I did overnights for 4 years, and I would never go back. It's a whole different lifestyle. But this picture, so he got a 12 on Thursday. So if you look, time falling asleep, 0 minutes. He was restful for an hour and 33 minutes, and then he was also restless for 53 minutes. So you're only in bed for the 2 hours and 26 minutes. So this must have been when he was sleeping during the day. But your restful period was only, out of that 2.5 hours, give or take, you only were at solid rest for an hour and 33 minutes. Okay, and that's over a 2.5 hour span. So now add, say, 4 hours of that. Like Steph says she sleeps 6.5 hours per day. So might as well say double that. You're looking at maybe 2-3 hours at the most that your body is actually physically asleep. And that's probably right around where I'm at. So I mean, people say they sleep 5, 6, 7 hours, but when you actually really think about it, how long are you actually sleeping for? So, I mean, Graham, thanks for sending that. I mean, I hope that explains it a little, everybody. You can say you sleep 5-6 hours, but how many hours do you actually really sleep? I like that. That was actually pretty cool. Again, thank you, Graham, for sending that. All right. So, like I said, you only get REM sleep. Yes, I mean, we may say we sleep for a while, but at the end of the day, you really got to look at charts like that to see how long you actually physically are asleep for, because it will drastically be different than you think. But real quick, I am going to run our show lineup commercial. This breaks down Monday through Friday how you can find the Basement Show. So I will be right back.
Soul to me for eternity. Release your life to begin another time with her, and you're brave with me. There's another way. Release your life, take your place inside the fire with her. Hands, I don't know where I'm going, but I know just where I've been. I've flown 1,000,000 miles and I wrote so many more. Every day a castaway, a vagabond, battle-born. A battle-born. Once upon a time I had an open point of view, but that was just so long ago. All of the chaos and all of the lies, I hate it. I'm wasted here, can anyone wash it all away? I'm waiting here for anyone to wash it all away. Wash it all away.
That's our show lineup. Gary signing off for tonight. Gary, you have a wonderful night, sir. Thank you for hanging out with us. Excuse me. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. If you are going to work, be safe. And all that. And I will catch you later, sir. The bed also tells you your heart rate, your HRV, and your breathing rate. I saw the picture you sent in the group chat, sir. I will look at that after the show. But I want to get through this because we are pushing the 3-hour mark again. I mean, these 3-hour shows, I mean, doing something right, I guess. So you have that. As always, you can follow the Basement Show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. If you would like to join our Discord that we need to get more involved with, you can message one of us here. We can get you a link to join the Discord. And we have a TikTok just for promotional purposes. Have a good night, Troy. Thank you for popping in tonight. TikTok's used for promotional purposes, but I do follow a couple people on there, and I actually found this one guy today. I might see if he wants to join me for an NFL night one night. So we'll see. A 24-hour show coming soon. Yes, we have talked about that. We will see how that all plays out. We'll have to make sure that Facebook and all that is working 100% before we do that, though, sir. And thanks. Yep. Yeah, I will probably see you Saturday because I am off till that. So you have that coming soon. Hopefully very, very soon. We will be leaving the social media aspect and going live on thebasementshow.com. Thebasementshow.live.com, sorry. And this will basically have free range. All our shows will be on there. You have Poland's Customs in there and so forth. We won't have to worry about copyright anymore. And hopefully that will solve a lot of our issues that we've had recently. Because like I said, you can watch the live shows, but for some reason on Facebook, last night saved, but the couple ones before that didn't save. So now I got to download them and re-upload them. So if this one doesn't save, give me a day, and I will re-upload it so you can go back and re-watch it. Because we encourage people to do that if they missed anything during the live show. But coming soon, thebasementshow.live.com. All right, the big one that we don't have a banner yet for, but I will start off with that. October 6th, the Basement Show is taking part of the Out of the Dark Suicide Walk over in Fairmont Park. We are asking for donations to help us with this. And the first one that we will have a banner for tomorrow night. If you donate $30, Miss Grimm is designing custom T-shirts for this walk. You will get a T-shirt if you donate $30. And if you would like to walk with us, you're more than welcome to walk with us as well. Let me put that out there real quick too. And then the real fun starts. I mean, we're adding more and more to this all the time. So, yes. But the first one we have for tonight, if we raise $400, the ladies will do the underwear in the freezer challenge. Now, what this is the ladies will stick a pair of underwear in the freezer, wait 24 hours, and then we can't show them putting it on, but we can show you their facial reactions because apparently this is very funny to watch. So that is if we raise $400. Now the real fun starts. If we raise $500, and the Rev will be there during the walk one way or another. Yes, that is true. We will be either pushing Grimm or he will be walking some of it with us, even though he is coming back from his surgery. All right, the fun part, $500, and I will get my first ever piercing done in my life. That's so long and so weird to say, but it will happen. And if it's done collectively, we will take a vote. If it's done by one person, they get full say on where the piercing goes and so forth. But I ask that it is a respectful piercing and done in the right spot because I do work in a retail business that will probably give me shit for it. And the next one on the list is at $750. If again we raise this, I get my piercing, the ladies do the challenge, and Grimm gets a new tattoo. Again, we ask that it's respectful and a tasteful tattoo. No names, no obscene gestures, so forth. And again, if it's done collectively, we will take a vote. If it's done individually, then that one person gets full say on everything. Then the next one on the list is if we raise $1,000, you get to pick a host to hang out with for the day. Now, Grimm's come as a package deal because of medical reasons and so forth. This will go to the highest bidder. So if we raise $1,000, whoever donates the most will win this prize. This is a cool prize because you get to hang out with a Basement Show personality for a day. If you're farther away, it will be done virtually, but we will make it happen one way or another. And then the last big one, if we raise $1,500, we will, the highest bidder will get the entire Basement Show at a location of their choosing. So you could invite us to your house, we could go bowling again, but you get the entire Basement Show to hang out with for the day, and you are part of the Basement Show for the day. So you will be put in a special intro, a special banner, the whole kit and caboodle. You will get all of us. So if you want us to hang out with you at your house, I feel sorry for you, but that's what happens. We invade your house and you become part of the show for the day. Now, if Darth is still in chat, he'll tell you $2,000, I get a tramp stamp, $10,000, I get bungee jumping. None of that is factual, but we are looking at adding more ideas coming soon. Maybe if Darth wants, he can put up something for himself to help us try to raise money for this, because all the money goes to a great, wonderful cause. And if you would like to donate, you can do so on PayPal at the Basement Show. So we thank you in advance for your help. And again, the walk is free to do with us. If you would like to walk with us, you're more than welcome to. And I'll do this one first. We are in the process right now of getting justice for my niece and nephew, AJ and Hope. So you will see this hashtag. We ask that you help us spread this message everywhere you can, anywhere you can. It will be starting to be in our post every single day. And that's just to help us get justice were two amazing kids that were unfortunately taken from us too soon. That's why I got a little emotional earlier. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It is getting justice for AJ and Hope. So please help us spread this hashtag any way you can. Like I said, you will start seeing our posts and so forth. So please spread the word and help us raise the awareness that they deserve. Damn right. Yes. And the last one, my favorite one, we love everyone. I mean, we say Dork can be a pain in the ass and all that, but at the end of the day, it's all done in love. Because we love every one of you who come in and support our shows. These shows are not possible without you, the viewers. And tonight was a great night. We had a lot of people in chat I haven't seen in a while. So it was great. I mean, that's what these shows are about. We're here to entertain you. And we love you too, sir, sometimes. But, no, it just, I say personally at the end of every night that I'm on, it still baffles me to see where this platform has gone, this show has gone. At the end of the day, I mean, it's just amazing to see the growth of this channel in 25 months. And it's still growing. We still want you to help us get the word out every day. The Basement Show is not going anywhere. Hopefully we get all these technical issues resolved soon and we can go back to not have to worry about it. But for the time being, I thank all of you for showing the Basement Show the love and respect that we get. It's awesome to know that the Basement Show has become a household name. And it's going to continue to be a household name throughout this. Because we strive every single night to give you all grade A content. So, rather, if you'd like to hear the ladies talk about smut books, or like talking about loved ones who have passed, if you like talking about the NFL, now we have that NFL talk on Wednesday nights. Thursday night, we had an awesome list of stories that we told tonight. I think tonight was probably one of the best expedition nights yet. That's my personal opinion, but I think it was a really good night tonight. And then the morning night, while Grimm still recovers, you have round 2 of the Wives of Grimm. I mean, there's something for everybody here on the Basement Show, and we're just so appreciative of all our fans, our basement dwellers, as Mr. Kevin Peake calls them. Because at the end of the day, Kevin Peake is the one who came up with the basement dwellers. And I give him the credit for that every time because it was his idea. But just thank you. Thank you for taking your time out. Whether you pop in, say hello, you watch for a little bit, you go back and we watch these videos. It's all the same. And we're going to continue to build. Brick by brick, step by step, this show is going to keep building. And we need all of you to keep us with the building process. Because 25 months is a good thing, but you're here, like we're right here, it's time for the next step. And we only take those steps with you, the viewer. So thank you to everyone who has helped with that so far. Special key shout out real quick. You have Dark Nexus who been looking in Twitch. He popped over after his stream. Again, congratulations to Darth. We're getting affiliated with W Energy Drinks. That is awesome. I am proud of you, sir. Proud to see your success that you have been having over on Twitch. I am a part of the Nexus Nation as well, as we support each other. And that's what doing this stuff is all about, supporting each other. Being on that mutual respect. Being able to say, hey, go check out the Darth Nexus. Or like we had Ryan Banshee in chat. He has his show, The Forgotten Podcast, that is up and coming. Jimmy Duke's Gaming always shows the Basement Show love. We had Cycling with Doctor one night. Coach Clay one night rated my stream. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And that's what you're supposed to do as a content creator. You're supposed to support each other. So I thank everyone who's ever supported the Basement Show, even as a content creator. Like I know Jimmy Dukes was in chat last night. Cyclone and Doc was in chat last week. We've had the Forgotten Podcast in our chat. Darth Nexus invades my show. I mean, if you're a streamer, feel free to stop in. I don't discourage other streamers from invading my shows. If anything, it's a blessing. It shows me that the Basement Show is getting out there. And by you bringing your stream, your community in, you help building mine, and then in return, I'm going to help build yours if I have to. I mean, some of these streams communities are bigger than the Basement Show. But at the end of the day, it all revolves around the same thing. Viewership. So if there's a way I can help somebody build their platform, even if they give them a shout out on my show, it's like, hey, go check them out. Yes, and that is another good one. Thank you, Grim. The Ordinary Misfits. My friends Breezy, J. Cole, and D2. If you haven't checked out The Ordinary Misfits, I mean, they're on a little bit of a lull right now, but check out them. Help them grow. They're a good group of people. We've had them here on the Basement Show before, too. I mean, the streaming community is all one. Now, there are some content creators out there that are appreciative of the smaller streamers like myself. That we say, hey, go check out this. And they say, oh, why are you sending me people? I don't need them. And if you ask me, that's just stubbornness. If someone's willing to give your platform a shout out and say, hey, go check them out, you should feel honored that that person's trying to send you more people, new people that haven't seen your show before. Like last night in NFL Talk, I'll use Jimmy Dukes as an example. He had said something in chat, and next thing I know, I see one of the basement dwellers commenting back to him, hey, I just followed you. That's awesome. That shows the love and respect that as a content creator you want. That's what I want to do here. These people take their time to come raid my shows. I feel like I need to go return the favor and raid them right back. Well, I might have not the tools to be able to raid a platform through StreamYard. I can always just say, hey, go check out Darth Nexus on Twitch. Like, if you want, like, where's it at? Where's this last comment? It is. Darth Nexus with a 5, not an S. Go check him out on Twitch. He's also on Facebook. He's on TikTok, Twitter. Puts out great content. And he's a Basement Show family. So go check him out. Help him continue to grow to the Nexus Nation, as he calls it. But it's all great content. And we're thankful that he comes and hangs out with us. It's just endless. I know eventually Kevin wants to start streaming. He'll be on Twitch on Ice2102. So, I mean, it's just endless. We appreciate everybody who supports us because we want to return it right back. So at the end of the day, whether you're a small show or multi-stream that has over 5 million followers, we all started somewhere. We all started at the ground and we're making our way up. Some may take longer than others, but at the end of the day, we're all in that same classification. We're content creators. So it is our job to entertain those who want to come hang out with us. And tonight I've entertained you for the last 3 hours and 5 minutes. And Grim's done it for 13 years. So, I mean, it is just amazing to see where we've gotten, where we're going, and where we're going to go. Like I said the other night, no, and it was this. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a way, there's a will. So, on that note, hope everyone has a wonderful night. Stop in tomorrow night. The Wives of Grimm come back to the Basement Show at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we take a much needed Saturday and Sunday off. But always keep an eye out for pop-up shows because you never know what to expect. But just thank you as always for supporting our shows on a nightly basis. It is truly an honor to sit here in front of a camera and entertain you for as long as I do. I may be a man child, but at the end of the day, it's all done out of fun. And I just couldn't be more thankful to be brought into more people's homes on a nightly basis. Great show, sir. I appreciate that. Thank you to Miss Grimm for jumping in with me. We had some laughs. We had some torturous moments. We had some upsetting moments. But at the end of the day, it all comes to an end. And on that note, it's going to come to an end right now. But have a wonderful night. 9 p.m. tomorrow night. The Wives of Grimm. Who knows what's up with Grimm this week? I don't know. But good night. And see you later.